Welcome everyone to Gaming Related's 15th episode of the Final Pages. Super stoked to have everyone here. Hello, Puck. Oh my gosh. Pig. Thank you. Thank you for that. That was dope. Puck and Boop the Raccoon and everyone else. Hello. Mopsy. Hi. So glad to see you. Let's go ahead and open up the windows. The first thing you'll notice is that we have a new player aboard. Welcome, Player 5. Quick introduction. Ransom Pig is a good friend of mine at work, at home, and also in everything Dungeons and Dragons related. Ransom Pig is one of our writers. Lightning Hikaru, Toxin, Ransom Pig, Constantine, and myself created the world. And as the world was created, Hikaru and Toxin transitioned over to become a player, and Pig and I and Constantine have continued writing the episodes and the encounters. We are missing a Leon LeLeon this evening. He has family in town, and they're squatting in his computer room, so he can't play with us. But we miss you, Leon, and we hope you are having the best time with your family. Pig was gracious enough to join us. So yeah, Pig, welcome to the show.
Thanks.
Players, how are you guys doing? And girls, how you feeling?
Delightful.
I am so ready.
I'm ready to use.
It sounds like one of those like.
I'm terrified.
Yeah, it sounds like some people are having a week, just like the vibe of just like, I'm ready to not be myself right now. Cool. Same.
Yeah.
We got you.
Oh my gosh, I totally forgot that Savvy is stripping. I am ready. I am so ready.
Yes, good point. And yeah, and on that note, this is what D&D's all about, where you get to hang out with
Stripping?
friends. No, well, yes, kind of. Spicy.
Partly
says
about
Soren.
that.
Weird position to take.
No, I
but,
didn't mean it that way.
I'll vibe.
What I meant was where you can escape for a little bit. You can hang out with friends and fam, and you can go on an adventure, and you can do things
By stripping.
Okay, you know what? We're moving
Flesh
on.
from the bones of your
Not you
enemies.
too, Hikaru. Not you too.
It was there.
Pig showing his true barbarian colors there.
On that note, let's find out what happened.
I'm not a barbarian.
You're not? What
No,
are
you're
you?
not? I thought you were Goliath
Oh,
barbarian.
that's right. You're not.
Oh.
You know what? Let's fix that.
Well, forgive me. I was just reading the sign on the screen.
It's okay. I realized that, saw it, and was like, wait a second.
You're not a barbarian. You're something.
You should have left that alone, because how cool would it
I-
have been if you had showed up doing the things that I know you're gonna do, and you're like, how does a barbarian do that though? The assumption would have been that you were like some 15th level god or something. 100% that's what we would have done.
I have fixed
on that
this.
same note,
Yes, go ahead.
I've been afraid to tell you the whole time. I'm not a human bard.
No.
I've been trying.
Just a lineage bard.
What are you?
I didn't know how to. I'm a barbarian. I'm a Goliath barbarian.
A barbarian or
A barbarian.
Barbarian.
Toxin and I. The
Heyo.
same.
Okay,
he plays
you
his
are-
xylophone with people's rib cages.
Okay. I'm fixing it right now.
Glorious.
Technical difficulties, guys. Huh?
I was, so concerned. I was, frankly, just distraught. I was seriously worried.
We're gonna fix this.
You know, I am so glad that we're starting out this way. We went from stripping to technical.
Hey, I never left
difficulties,
that.
murder.
I never left that place.
Okay.
The camera only
this-
shows from
this
here
place
up.
is-
Do me
You
a
don't know.
favor, Ransom Pig.
There's-
What is your strength?
Intentionally.
What is my what?
Your strength.
Family.
13.
It's
What is your constitution?
16.
Also family.
Intelligence. Intellect.
11.
Wisdom.
16.
That's what we should do.
Charisma.
We should be a Fast and Furious gang.
Okay.
We should.
Yes.
All right, who's gonna be Vin Diesel?
And your AC? 16.
Not me.
Correct.
I can't pull it off.
I can't either. I can't even remotely.
I have
think he
noodle
could-
arms. Wait.
I'm just waiting for the Jurassic Park Fast 10 or like Fast and Furious universe crossover. It's like there's only one thing
Honestly-
faster than Jurassic Park, and Velociraptors, and T-Rexes, and that's family.
That'd be pretty
Honestly,
dope, though.
I would go watch that movie.
100%, yeah. Because it goes from hackers to like geneticists that are convinced that they're going to take over the world with hyper intelligent dinosaurs they've resurrected, who are not actually the stereotypical dinosaurs where they're going to maul and kill you. They're actually a bunch of oligarchic raptors that are taking over the stock market with cryptocurrencies. So really, it's Dominic gets finance first
And
with the
they-
raptors.
and they do their day trading while drifting around like a pole.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
Get in
their,
a
their
car.
feet have actually been like tricked out with wheels, like
Yeah.
Transformers
Oh, 100%.
or like Heelys.
I think.
A raptor on wheelies? Can you imagine?
Monk, we need to pivot. We need to pivot.
You guys are doing
Final
great.
pages
I'm almost
changing
done.
to.
On that note, I do want to say that those are coming in future sessions now.
Raptors with healers.
Raptors on Keelys?
Heely Raptors.
Oh,
Healy
yes.
Raptors. They're cleric raptors. They're raptors that are clerics. They're Healy Raptors.
Oh
I
my
am
gosh.
uncomfortable with the
I am
energy.
impressed. I am impressed.
Aha. Did I
The,
fix it?
the
It's
ADHD
fixed.
energy
We're good.
in here is
We're back.
immaculate.
Yeah, that's a good point. Have you guys seen the movie Velocipaster?
No.
I have not. I have not had the pleasure.
Okay.
I've also not had the
We're
10
back.
out of 10.
Let's do this thing. Let's find out what happened.
Previously on the final pages. Trapped on a snowy mountain peak, Mercy stays up the entire night researching the magical mechanisms that give the airship flight. Meanwhile, Hamish plans a betrayal most foul. Enacting a plan he must have been scheming up for weeks, Hamish, through his sinister machinations, saw to it that Robin was awoken from a peaceful slumber by a snowball flung at his face. Robin now seeks revenge for the injustices he has endured. Setting their differences aside for the time being, our adventurers brave the cold in search of salvation. Traveling toward the smoke of a single campfire in the distance, the group stumbles upon a bridge. While inspecting their discovery, a karmic twist of irony strikes. Literally, Ham is struck in the face by a giant snowball, thrown by a troll. Working together, our heroes locate this internet lowlife and Camille destroys the monster, his grim powers on full display. Nearby, a cabin is found. They are met by a single dwarf with a team of dogs and a questionably large number of sleds for a single individual living in such a remote part of the world. Who is this mysterious stranger? Could he hold the key to the salvation of the lizard folk? How many is too many sleds for a single person to own? Did Robin deserve his mistreatment from Hamish? Obviously no to that last one, but let's tune in to find out the answers to the rest of those questions. Now, back to the show.
And we're back. Welcome, players, and our newest guest player. We are.
Because you cut it off, it sounded like you said guest ho.
I am the guest. I'm not the guest host.
I just
That's me.
wanted to make sure that wasn't gonna be escaped because you can't downplay that. We're not gonna let that fly.
You're right. My bad.
I mean,
So, where we left off, you are inside of Thun's cabin on the top of the mountain range, and it is freezing cold. But as you've come in, and you have seen his wolves, and you have felt the hot, hot heat, some of you have not been able to acclimate to it as quickly as others. So you immediately start doffing your gear, taking off your shirt as the fireplace is roaring. And for those of you who use Arcana in your life, you gather that this is hotter than normal. This here be some magical heat. Nonetheless, as you start to take off your clothes, it is very comfortable after a moment, after a while, and you'll see at the table is Savvy, who is sat down with Thun and is preparing to play a game. As Savvy said to him, "We'll play for information." And with this being another follower of Malo, the god of luck, he's taking you up on that. So, Mercy, you mentioned that you were going to sleep, that you were going to go lay down. There is a bed. There is a bearskin rug on the ground.
Did?
You did. You said Mercy goes to sleep. You don't have to, but if you wanted to.
Oh, it was more like she was already sitting at the table and just went,
Okay. That's fair. He does have some fresh water that is the pail of snow that he just sat on the table. And you'll see that the huskies that are in this room have gotten comfortable as well, and they are getting ready to sleep. Mama Monk, this be magical heat that's hotter than the furnace. It'll melt your toes. What are you guys all doing?
I don't have any toes.
You mind if I ask a question regarding our good friend Savvy?
Mm-hmm.
So to confirm, Savvy is at least topless right now, correct?
No, although she is salaciously dressed. The way that you can think about this is that all of her armor and most of her clothing has been removed. She has a very thin linen blouse that is
Fair.
Still on her, but again, given the heat of the room, I would say that it is, again, revealing, salacious.
Gotcha. And this might be kind of a weird question, but does she have any tattoos? I feel like she might, but I don't.
She
I don't
does.
know.
She does have a few, but with what you'd be seeing, the most you'd see is edges of ink that'd be creeping up along the side of her neck from her back.
Okay.
Quick clarifying question. So the heat is so hot it's melting our toes. Would you describe it as toasty?
Ah,
No, I wouldn't. And you
Part of me died
lasted
inside.
exactly what? 15 minutes? 16 minutes and 59 seconds is what you lasted. Good job.
Toasty.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna sit
It
down
sounds
at the
like
table.
toast. Is it because
No, we get it.
sounds like toe? Oh,
No, we get
okay.
You sit at the table as well.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
not really gonna be joining in. Just offering, like, if Thune can't find a word in common, just offer the word, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So I see that you'd like to play too, Hamish. Interesting.
Well, I wouldn't mind if you'll have me, but I don't want to be interrupting the game. I just want to watch.
If you sit at the table, you play. That is how this works. That goes for you too, Mercy. Would you like to play?
Huh? What?
You're
What are
at
we
the
playing?
table. Dice. We will be playing dice.
Oh, game of chance. Sure, I'll play around.
All right. I'll play. Yeah.
Puck just cashed in 15,000 channel points to name a
Dang.
PC. Yes, Puck, we are going to go into Discord DMs and we'll be naming an NPC together. I'm going to give you some options.
How long does it take to earn 15,000?
It takes
15 weeks.
15 episodes. Oh, wow. So, as you all sit at the table, Thun's going to say to you all in a broken common, I can give you any information that you'd like. But if you have friends out there, every minute passed in the snow is another minute that they're gonna lose an appendage. And then he's gonna flip the coin, and as it hits the table, he's gonna slam his hand on the table. And then he's gonna slide his hand towards you, Savin, and he's gonna say, Mallow would like for you to call it.
The game? Oh, if it's my choice,
Heads
you
or,
need not ask.
Heads or tails?
The coin is on the table.
His hand is covering the coin.
Maybe you do things different upon the mountain, but the decision is made while the coin is in the air. Once the die has been cast as it is, there is no opportunity for intervention, and thus, Melo does not smile upon it. You and I both know this. Is this a test? You will not fool me.
He lifts his hand and the coin is gone. He opens his other hand and it was in the other hand the whole time. All right.
Whoa!
Well, he fooled me.
Oh! Okay, what number am I thinking of?
2.
Holy shit! That was really close. It was 4. Oh, wow! This guy's good. This guy's really good.
Very well then. Just so you know, if it's dogs and sleds you need, I'm here to help. And he puts the coin on his finger, on his thumbnail, and he goes, call it, milady. And he flips it in the air.
Ross,
He catches it. He looks over at you, Robin. It lands on heads. And what did you say? Did you say cross?
mm-hmm,
As in tails?
mm-hmm.
Okay. It lands on heads. He looks at you and he smiles. What is someone like you doing all the way up on this mountain? What is your purpose? Did you lose a bet?
Do you think we would climb a mountain on a bet?
You're answering a question with a question.
I
want
am.
fair and square.
I don't know. I don't know why we're here. I don't know how we got here. Flip again.
He flips it in the air.
Cross.
He catches it. It lands on tails.
Why are you alone upon this mountain?
What makes you think I'm alone? I have dogs, I have animals, and I have the mountain. The mountain and I were friends, you see.
Ah, well played.
He slides the coin over to you, Hamish.
I thought we were playing
Alright.
dice.
Well, I thought so too, but it turns out we could be playing with a coin first.
We respect the rules of the host. That is the way of things.
Right, we'll be having Thune call it this time, I think.
He
Flip the
nods.
coin.
Heads.
Catch it.
It lands on tails. You can ask the
It's
question.
a cross. Well, you mentioned before about coming up here or making a place up here through vision. Can you explain that?
Things have been a little bit off up in the mountaintop for weeks, if not at least for 10 days. The dens have been overrun. The creatures have stirred. And hunting is limited to the twilight hours. And then I had a vision. Straight out of the fire, you see. And he kind of looks at the fire. And it told me that the next people to enter in and knock on this door needed the mountain's help.
I think we have a problem. The door just kind of opened. I think one of the dogs opened it somehow. I don't think we actually knocked.
He laughs.
So I'm gonna slowly sidestep towards the door and give it just a couple of light knocks. We're good. Oh.
The door itself is cold to the touch, even on the inside. You can tell it's very, very cold outside.
Good door. Okay. And then I'm gonna wander back.
Okay.
I'm gonna flip it again. And I think it's Mercy's time.
Wait,
Mercy's goggles are pressed against the wood as she is out. Mercy, do you wake up?
No.
No? Okay.
She forfeits her turn. Savvy. I'll flip the coin.
Heads.
It lands on heads.
Savvy is going to look to Thune for a moment, and then turn intently towards Hamish. What does Syl's diet consist of?
Robin is in the background losing his fucking mind laughing. He is laughing so hard. He's on the ground. He's oh, that's a good question.
Well, I've actually only ever seen her eat two things. One of them was the throat of a wolf. The other was whatever that thing was in the cave. Don't remember. You remember? It looked like stones, glowing stones. That said,
Oh, not fireflies is what I hear.
I have it on magical authority from Robin that they do. In fact, no, was it Robin or was it Camille? One of them
A
was telling
strong
me that.
authority. Yeah, that seems as though it is quite reliable.
Well, it's more.
She's gonna turn back to
reliable than I
Thune.
am. It's more reliable than I am.
We had to settle a question. Forgive me.
Thune's gonna say, that cat of yours is older than this mountain. You realize that, don't you? And he's gonna make this sound, and the sound sounds like a cat barking. It's like a clicking sound that that cats make. And you're gonna see Syl is immediately gonna stand up, and with ears back and tail straight up, she's gonna walk over to Thune, and he's gonna just put his hand under the table, and you'll see it. She is going to wrap her head around his hand and around the back of the chair, and she's going to begin to purr. And since she's so big, she shakes the stool itself.
Well, that sounded like a question, and you're not allowed to ask if you don't flip the coin. And I hand the coin to Savvy.
Hamish, I don't mean to alarm you, but I think your cat thinks it's a dog.
Well,
It just made a bark noise.
For those of you who have cats, you know the sound I'm talking about. It's like a that cat.
It's like a woof.
It's not a wolf sound. It's a cat.
it's like an open
Bigger
mouth
cats.
purr.
Some cats just make like a
Yes.
sound.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pig. That's exactly what
so-
I mean. Yes,
So not
Puck.
a bark.
I'm gonna find this and I'm gonna put it in Discord. I know what I'm talking about.
He says with insecure authority.
Yes.
Misplaced
No,
confidence.
look, traveling Aria, welcome by the way, and you are exactly right. It's a chirp. That's what I meant to say. It's a cat chirp. Thank you.
Okay,
Aria.
sorry, if you meant to say chirp, I meant to not say what I said.
Anyway,
You did use the word bark, though, just to be clear.
okay, bark, chirp, same thing, different animal.
I have heard cats bark before.
Not at
too.
all.
Yeah.
Not
Anyway,
at all.
damn it! If it barks like a duck, I'm just kidding.
Savvy flips the coin.
Don't do it, Robin. Don't get your hand off the mouse. Ransom Pig redeemed hydrate. Let's all take a drink of water.
Yes, this is always
It's
water.
100% water.
Thanks, Ransom Pig. So, yes, Syl begins chirping at Thun, and you can see that Thun also kind of chirps back, and he looks at you, Hamish. Flip the coin.
Well, I would, but I already gave it to Savvy.
Oh,
And Savvy does a flourish of her hands because she had the coin the whole time. It's magic.
Oh, Savvy, what's my number? What am I thinking right now?
6.
Son of a bitch! I was thinking 5. You're even
Savvy.
closer.
Savvy looks
I was thinking
competitively to Thud, knowing that she was one closer.
One closer. I could have picked any number. I'm like looking desperately to Camille, like, that's so incredible. Any of them.
But Savvy just flipped the coin.
who's calling it?
It was
Heads.
Thune.
Okay.
Okay, I guess not.
Cross.
I guess not.
He looks down. It had already landed on cross. He goes cross.
Well, she's gonna gesture to him.
Obviously, Sylvaneth picked you. But also, you picked her. I want to know why you left your family behind. Why leave the Bonecoats?
Alright, I'll be asking that. But afterwards, it's my turn to call the coin, because I have a question that needs answered. I left because my parents hated me. They didn't like that I was trying to be. And I'll look at Savvy, the hero that I wanted to help. They wanted me to be a smith. And when I want to give up my dreams, they told me to go. So I did.
I'm just gonna slide the coin across the table to Hamish.
Ham, here's a strategy. Wait for the coin to land, and then call whatever side is face up. Apparently you can do that.
Thanks, Robin.
I smile, give him a thumbs up. I'm learning the rules just as fast as you are. Ever evolving.
All right, I'll flip the coin.
Who's calling it?
Stone? I'm assuming
Stone.
at least.
Heads. It lands
Oh, it's
on,
tails.
it lands on
it's
heads.
that's pretty cool. You see that? It's right here in your hand.
so-
It's tails.
Holding it like that, just it's tails.
Oh, tails.
Make a deception check. Oh, come on, Thun. You're better than this.
Come on.
It's the first roll of the night.
It's gonna be crappy.
It is crappy.
Not great.
Did Thune succeed?
Are you kidding me? Yes, he succeeded. Yes.
Oh, did he? And I think also Hamish is gonna get advantage on that
Oh,
roll.
heck yeah.
Okay.
I'll take
That was
that.
a short.
I'll
That was a
take
short
that.
war. A short conflict between the two of you.
Wow. Okay. A 16 beats what I rolled with disadvantage. All right. Your question.
That'd be crazy if that happened, because it didn't. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
What do you mean she chose me? Or, sorry, what do you mean I chose her? Because one day she just was there.
He shakes
I
his
did
head.
nothing.
There's someone that you're going to meet very, very soon. A beast. One who the mountain speaks to, and one who speaks to the mountains. You have much to learn, young one. When you
Don't
left
exactly feel that was that honest.
the dwarves of Stodia Hall, the richest of the people in the entire realm, when you choose to leave them, to leave the dwarven ways of mining and of taking from the mountain. RX Dandum, Prescription Dandum, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. You are breaking the culture that is the dwarven ways. I know that because I did the same. There's something inside of you, a piece of the realm itself is in your heart. And that, thanks for the water, Aiko. And welcome. And that, my boy, was your decision. And that piece of the heart, the young mountain, still heard the call. And she came to it. She came to you. He's gonna chirp, and Syl is going to sit up, and you can see Syl's head right at the table level. And she's gonna let out a really big yawn. You're gonna see the cartilage on the top of her mouth. You're gonna see the spikes on her tongue. And she kind of shakes her jowls. She's gonna put her head on your lap as she comes around to the other side. And he's gonna look at the huskies. These are free beasts. They came to me, the whole pack. There were a pack of wolves to the south. Even the troll that you felled is part of the mountain. Anyway, I pontificate. I hope that answers your question.
I felt like you gave me more questions.
Give him the coin, Hamish.
Here. I think I'll be going to sit by Robin. You finish your game. Thanks for letting me play.
He's gonna smile. You'll see Syl.
Percy's head pops up. I'm not asleep.
Mercy, as your head pops up, you'll see that Hamish, the shirtless
Where'd
wonder,
Hamish go?
walks over by Robin, who's sitting by the bed.
Are we still playing the game?
Yeah, they're currently playing dice right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
coin.
only.
it's a weird game. Apparently, there's the rules are kind of tricky, but you flip a coin and ask a question. Sometimes you gotta wait for the coin to hit the ground. Sometimes you call it in the air. It's quite fascinating.
As you're all talking, you'll notice that the windows go black, and you're going to hear vibrations against the side of the door. As the door starts to shake, the windows start to vibrate. You are going to feel a tiny puff of cold air come from the hatch that's right next to you, Robin, next to the dog. The dog is going to kind of get up and turn around a couple circles and then lay back down as they get comfortable again, and you feel like your ears kind of pop a little bit. And Thun is going to look to the windows, and what was daylight is now dark, and you can see that there is snow falling, but it is falling sideways. And he says, every minute that goes by, we're in a cloud just now. It's a blizzard. And you can start to see there's some snowdrift that's starting to kind of come up along the side of the window. And then the flicker and the firelight kind of gets your attention back towards the table, and he looks at you, Savvy, and he flips the coin. It lands on heads.
How many hours trek is it to the foot of this mountain?
If the railway's open, the mining way that was made by the dwarves, you can get to the bottom of the mountain within hours. Unfortunately, those caves are barricaded. If you did it by foot, it'd take you days, and you would need a guide. I would not recommend it.
Wait, you not recommending it sounds like guidance. Sounds like we found ourselves a guide. Because you gave us guidance. Wow.
That was well said.
Yeah, I turned I turned to him and I go, tough crowd.
Right?
As you say that, you hear the rattling of the door yet again, and the door swings open, and a cloud of, or a wave of snow immediately comes into the house, And as it crosses the barrier, it melts into drops of water that splash on the ground. And there you see a very large beast. It is a bear. And the bear itself is currently holding in its arms, both arms, almost like it's cradling, a dead wolf. And you can see that the bear itself has shoulder pauldrons on one side of its chest, on one shoulder, that kind of come down underneath its armpit. You could see that it's got a necklace with a green medallion that's actually almost like a collar, and it stands taller than the door itself. And you see Thun kind of close one eye and turn his face as he is hit by the blast of cold air. It immediately wakes you up, Mercy. And you see all the dogs immediately sit up, and their ears kind of go backward. You see the cows on their back start to rise. And you can see Syl immediately gets on her hands and knees. She puts her head down, and she starts to slowly back up away from the table. As there is a bear standing at the door. Behind the bear is the darkness of essentially a cloud of snow that has swept through the mountain, that has blotted out the sun. What are you guys doing?
What's Thun's reaction? Is he
Thun.
going for a weapon? Is he preparing himself? Whatever.
He is not. He's going to look up and down, and you're going to see he's got a look of concern as he sees this bear holding on to this wolf. And as a matter of fact, he's going to call out a name, and he's going to see it, and he's going to say, Nyx? What the heck happened? And he says it in this broken dwarvish accent.
The bear does?
No, Thun says it towards
Oh, okay.
the bear. He says, "Is that Nyx? What the hell happened?" And then what happens with the bear?
You'll see the bear take a step into the doorway. And the fur starts to recede into the skin, the snout flattens against the face. And he kind of cracks his neck and wiggles his shoulders as he's trying to hold on to Nyx in his arms. Just done. Something took him out. Something not from this mountain.
And you are all going to see that this creature that was before you has morphed from a bear into a rather large humanoid creature, and it speaks it speaks in common.
Wow, I can barely believe you left the door open. It's freezing out there. Oh, I don't even have a shirt on. Can we close the door, please?
He'll kick the door shut behind him.
Oh, that's better. Oh,
And
Who are your guests?
Thun's gonna say, "These are the ones that we were waiting for. These are the ones that Malo predicted would be here. Now, as far as Nyx, bring her to me." And he's gonna get up and he's gonna kind of scoot, and he's gonna walk past everyone as he is going to walk towards you. And as you lay the wolf down, he's going to see the piercing on the side of the wolf, and you can see it's got 3 holes in it. And you all quickly realize that it was the trident that did that.
Oh,
Yeah, that's not natural. He looks over at the rest of you.
yeah, that's crazy. Oh,
Is the wolf dead?
The wolf is dead. And it's not
It's
one of
not-
the 4 wolves that you all killed.
Okay, I was about to ask it. It's not
Is
missing.
it one of the
it's-
ones that got away?
Possibly.
This seems like the work of Tyler Durder.
You hear that, Minnie? It's Tyler's fault.
In my mind, I just heard like CSI, like
I told all y'all if we left him, he was
Savvy
going to
goes,
become the BBEG.
in the background.
Yeah.
Robin slams his fist against the wall. He looks pensively out the window. Tyler Durder, the wolf killer.
No, not me boy, says Mopsy. Everyone, this is Taurian. Taurian, these are our guests. And that one there, his name is Syl. And you'll see Syl, hearing her name, will slowly approach, her nose flaring and smelling at you. And you are going to quickly also make the connection that this creature is ancient and as old as the oldest creatures you've found on this mountain, as old as the monster that's in the wolf den. It is old, yet slightly familiar.
Tarian's gonna gently lay Nyx into Thun's arms, and he's gonna squat down as low as he can get and hold out his hand for Syl to come up.
So will. And she'll
don't
come
worry,
up.
still that's all right. You can do that.
Says her own
I
Catwoman.
call after Syl. Good dog.
she's
And,
a firefly cat.
He's gonna-
Fireflies.
Scritch underneath her chin and kind of rub behind her ears, and he'll let out the same chirping sound that she was given previously. Just kind of looking into her eyes and chirping at her.
Well, that's just not freaking fair.
Yeah, she is going to let you kind of scratch underneath her chin, and then you're going to see she's going to stand up and put her paws on your shoulders. And as she looks deep into your eyes, you see in her eyes just these deep galaxy of colors. And you see that they kind of flicker and move. You see her fur is kind of glowing in the firelight. And as she kind of chirps back, you are going to get the feeling from her that she is stressed and she is anxious and she wants to leave. And essentially she needs help. And it's like a distress look that you insight just looking at her. And eventually she'll let go, she'll get back on the ground, and she'll go and she'll circle around Hamish and sit. And for the first time you see Hamish, and what you see is that as Hamish sits there, he has a pulse, and you can see his pulse in his veins, in his neck, with the subtle glow that only you can kind of decipher, but you also know that your very good friend Thun has that same vision. And you quickly understand that he is a ranger, and that he is from outside, and he's not like the dwarves of Stodia Hall. And that's probably the connection he has with these animals.
So, as Syl goes back, Tarian's gonna stand up and straighten himself out, and he'll look at the group and kind of look them over. He's gonna look over at Mercy, look at the pelt that she's wearing. That's Leica.
Oh no.
What happened to her?
She lost.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Hamish says nothing.
in case you're curious, I'm not angry with you at her passing. It is the way of the mountain. Something has driven her and Nyx from their den. It is only natural. I harbor no ill feelings towards you. It is good that you are using her, continuing it in the cycle.
A pack without its alpha is going to continue to run crazy. It's only a matter of before.
They will not.
Surely
A
you can
pack that
talk to
is-
him. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I would not be concerned with that pack. They also lost.
Then they too have returned to the cycle.
Just to be completely open, continue this transparency of the conversation. That is not how I thought that interaction would go. That was pretty cool of you guys. Robin is visibly relieved.
And Torian's gonna smile. And he's gonna look over at the group and say, I'm sorry, I don't believe I caught any of your names.
Oh, here we go.
Alright, the pleasure is mine. The name is Hamish. This here is Sil, as you know. And I would like to learn the way you talk to her. Because that doesn't seem fair.
I would like to walk
You
up.
know, I mean, if we go back to the orb and you just touch the orb again, you could probably talk to her again.
I can't be
Right.
touching balls all my life.
Phrasing.
Let's not forget what Hamish did at the end of last week's episode. He's got a new coin pouch.
Didn't you cut off? Your words are contradictory and I'm confused.
I would like
Well-
to walk up. I'd like to walk up and cut off this awkward conversation and say, my name's Robin. I'm good friends of both Hamish and Sil. I'd like to lean down, and if Sil will let me, start to scritch Sil behind the ear. Does Sil allow it?
She does. She knows you.
And then I start doing the chirps that everyone's been doing.
Oh my gosh. This is so broken. Okay, hold
It's
on.
continuation of the snowball effect.
You can mimic the speech of another person or a sound made by other creatures.
It's true.
You
Okay.
must-
Give you a language though. Like he's gonna. It's gonna be understandable, but not by you.
Ham doesn't. Ham doesn't know.
That's fair.
Okay,
Ham has no idea that I'm speaking gibberish.
make a
All of-
wisdom insight check, Robin, versus hold on, a successful insight check contested by your charisma deception. Okay, so if
So I do
anyone
deception?
No, yeah, you're gonna
He
roll
rolls
deception,
deception.
and I'm gonna roll for these two.
I believe. Savvy believes Robin fully,
Oh, wow.
even right now.
That's roll one.
Hold on.
Oh,
That's an 18. 18.
it's
So
a
one
what?
doesn't count. It's an 18.
Okay,
We treat the dice as a 10. If it's
Yeah.
anything lower than a 9, we treat it as a 10.
I gotcha. I gotcha.
I can never
Wow.
fail deception.
I gotcha. So, Hamish, Robin speaks Sil. And Sil is going to turn her head sideways at Robin. And then she's going to walk up to him. And same thing. She's going to stand up and put her hands on your shoulders. and she's gonna look deep into your eyes.
Yeah.
And Hamish, you don't know how or why she's doing it.
Yeah. Good girl.
Tarian.
Good doggy. Good
Now for
doggy.
Sam and very there for no his son.
Tarian, you are going to
Good doggy.
quickly understand. It's almost like when someone says a cuss word in a different language and that's the only word they know. It
Mhm.
sounds terrible, but you understood what he said, and it was very close to what you said.
Oh, good doggy. Good doggy.
Kind of squint his eyes and like turn his head a little bit. Huh.
Yeah, I lean out, I look around still to him and I go, yeah, you got a good doggo here. And I said, but I kind of help still
Well,
back
I
to the
suppose
ground.
it is a dog. And I've been wrong. Can't even ask her.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Hamish, and Robin.
Navi is gonna stand up and gonna push herself up off of the chair and walk over to extend a hand.
And he will respond the same way. He'll extend his hand and firmly grasp it.
I am Saviliala. You may call me Savvy.
That's how you say it.
15 episodes, everybody.
Celia.
It's great to meet you, Savvy. They call me Torian Stonethrower, but you can just call me Torian.
I'm Mercy. The quiet one is Camille.
Hmm. How did you come to make that pelt? How'd you get it off of her?
Points at Hamish.
Oh, a survivalist he.
Well, it's a. Yeah, we killed it. And then I took this here knife and did the thing. And I'm pretty sure what killed those things, that Nyx, you called her. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was her friends. So good to know they're not dead. Right? Ooh.
Yeah.
If they're
Well,
meaty,
if you have friends in this storm, I don't know how much longer they're going to survive. Thun, this storm is not like anything we've ever experienced. It's unnatural. Almost magical in nature. The mountain whispers. It speaks of a time long past.
Dun's gonna say, well, it must not be a coincidence. The timing, you see. It seems like the gods themselves know what's happening up here. They don't know how they got up here. Yet here they are. They didn't come through the mines. They are
You
here.
are making an assumption there. I did not say we do not know how we got up here. I said we do not know why we are here or how we got here. There is a distinction between not knowing the means through which we arrived and at the same time knowing the general idea by how we were, where we were, and where we are now.
My
You are
apologies.
correct. The gods are aware of why we are here, even if we are not. It was they who placed us here.
We came on a boat.
A boat?
That is not a figure of speech. It's an actual boat.
Yeah.
Aye.
We took a boat to get to the top of the mountains. It was wild.
I'd love to see it when the storm clears.
Why are the mines barricaded?
Well, they're not barricaded by us. Maybe a week or two ago, while Thun and I were out checking on things, we noticed the entrance had been sealed off by pillars of ice.
Thanks for
From
the
what?
gifted sub,
I
Giggles.
can't tell.
To Zasoro, my favorite.
But whatever it was that put it up, it's old. And it's driving all of the alpha predators out of the mountain. It is throwing the balance of the mountain off.
Like the troll that was throwing snowballs at Hamish.
A troll.
You didn't see that thing right outside the door. It's
I was a little preoccupied with Nyx.
probably
Thun.
buried by now.
Here's what's left of him.
There's an abandoned mining system. It's how Torian and I could get to Marduk Valley if we needed to. Not that we'd want to go down there, but it's been abandoned by Stodia Hall. They find no need in it any longer because they have bled the mountain dry. That's the thing about Stodia Hall dwarves. They come, they take what they want, discard whatever they find as rubbish, and they leave holes in the earth. Holes to be filled by creatures lost in history.
We are not alone, as you gathered. Along with us, there are perhaps 2, maybe 3 dozen others who are with our boat, perhaps 5 miles to the west. They are not made for this climate, even less so than we are. They are not our charges, but we do seek to assist them. I fear they will not survive a journey down the mountain, but a journey through the mountain may be within their reach, if the mountain can be made safe.
Torian, you know the mountain lately better than I. We have the sleds. We have the dogs. Hell, we have you.
Very well. Thun, to make sure I'm understanding you clearly, you want to bring them here and send us into the mountain.
They're gonna need to warm up just like these did. Bring them here. How many you said? A few dozen.
That's correct.
If the weather has not claimed them,
Already.
20, 30, they had eggs with them.
Eggs?
As I said, they
They're
are not like us.
reptilian in nature.
Torian's gonna kind of put his hand to his head and kind of nod. Then we must get them here as quickly as possible.
But it's a storm outside.
I can navigate the storm.
It is cold outside.
He's gonna look at Nyx, the dead wolf. It's the way of the mountain. We'll clean it. He'll look at you, Hamish. Do you mind?
I feel like the real question is, do you?
By all means. And you'll see he has a table. He has all the tools that you would need to clean and dress a creature. You'll also see that he has basically a fridge, and that is the hatch next to the bed that basically goes down into an ice box where there's meat. Well, then bring him. Bring him here. And in the meantime, if those mines are cleared, then yes, you'll have passage safely and quickly down to the valley.
Right.
Now, you'll notice something in the bottom of the fire pit, in the fireplace. You're gonna see a flap of wings jut out of the fire as it kind of flaps. These coals kind of go out and into the room. And as you all look at the fireplace, you're gonna see a bird. It looks like a phoenix. A fantasy phoenix on fire. It looks like metal and bronze and then fire, and then it's going to poof out of existence, leaving the rest of the fire to be normal colored. Suddenly, that very hot heat that you felt when you first came in here is gone. And the temperature immediately drops by about 15 degrees. It's still warm, but it is not blazing hot the way it was when you first came in here. Thun, paying no attention, is going to say, "Thank you, Torian. Me and the dogs appreciated that one."
Always.
Alright, we're just gonna be glossing over that, right? Alright,
What
it's fine.
what was what was that? I'm very curious.
Oh, that? Oh, that's just my spirit. Fret not.
I'm fretting
don't
a
know.
little bit.
I don't understand.
You see, to survive on the mountain, I had to look deep within myself and trained with Thun for years. And discovered within myself a fire. And in studying the different druid circles, came to follow the circle of wildfire. And what you saw leaving that fireplace was the embodiment of my soul.
Oh, okay.
Did you
Yeah.
realize that's a little strange?
Yeah, that
Actually,
makes sense.
hold on. Is it? Is it strange?
Okay,
Do people's souls always leave their bodies?
Ham, we traveled here on a boat that was teleported by a god. What do you want from me?
Alright, that's fair. I'm gonna just go back to that.
Your dog is older than the mountains. I don't know what to tell you.
I hear what you're saying. I'm pretty sure it's a cat, though.
I do want to clarify it's just this mountain.
Okay, so there are mountains that are older than your cat, but not all of them. And your cat is probably a dog, I'm sorry to tell you.
Damn it.
Yes, and everybody can speak to it except for me. It's all right.
I can't speak to her.
And yet, the bird made of flame and stone. That is curious, is it, Hamish?
Oh no.
That is strange.
Oh, I'm gonna take 3 steps back. Good luck, bud. And I give him a pat on the shoulder.
This entire time, Mercy had taken off the fur, and cut 2 slits into it, taken her jacket off, and then put the fur back on and used the sleeves like a vest, and then put her coat back on. Insulation.
Nice. Just doesn't make any sense. Taking one's soul out of one's body.
You were just told, and you seem to accept, that you're not a firefly-feeding cat, although apparently it has very normal, unusual, ultimately very understandable dietary restrictions. You are told that Syl is older than the mountain itself. Nothing. But a fiery bird is a little strange, is it?
Well, fiery bird that came out of the fire, that apparently is another man's soul. I mean, it's a little odd. But
Well-
don't get me wrong. I also am not sure about that whole thing with Syl and the age. So
Oh,
I just
so
don't
you've-
know anymore.
You once again think that Syl is indeed an ordinary cat?
Well, I gave up on that.
Hamish, we've seen some wild things while we've been traveling together. Even just today, that dwarf almost guessed the number in my mind. Savvy was 1 number off. We have seen miracles. I think we should just accept on face value that his soul sometimes lights on fire and flies into fireplaces. It's really all we got.
Thun is
Have you-
really good at guessing numbers.
Thun, what number are you thinking of? I'll give you a hint. It's got 2 digits this time.
12.
Holy shit! It was 14! 2
Oh.
numbers off again.
Savvy silently
Oh
just
my gosh.
clenches her fist and celebrates internally. She's still winning.
Oh,
And with that, Torian's actually going to turn over to Hamish, and he's going to place a hand on his shoulder and just look down at him, just kind of analyzing everything about him. And he's going to look back up, look into his eyes, and say, "You're imbalanced."
Savvy loses it. She's laughing. She's got to stand up and walk away for a second.
Thun, he needs our help.
He's gonna look at Hamish. Hamish, you have a lot to learn, and the mountain can teach you. You are just now tapping into a connection the very few souls can do. I can see it. You are as confused as you are powerful. Syl will teach you.
Am, ask if you can learn the number trick. Try it right now. Am, what number am I thinking?
You're thinking of 7.
So wrong. 7,246. I
At least
just,
I got the first number right.
not even, nope, it was really wrong. So,
You're gonna see it's gonna lighten up outside as the cloud has moved past, and the snowdrift in that 20 to 30 minutes that you've all been talking and skinning this dog and cleaning it, that the drift has basically lifted 3 or 4 feet of snow onto the side of the window. The sun comes back out, and just like that, you can see how fast the weather can change up here. And without the magic of that fire from the soul of Torian, it's normal heat. The dogs slowly start making their way closer to the fire. Torian, they'll listen to you. Be safe.
I will. And I'll bring back the dog safely.
I finished skinning this one.
Thank
If
you.
you find Diana, talk to her. Let her know we'll take care of their den. We'll flush out whatever it is that's there. Our pack's not done. Like Savvy said, they won't go crazy. Find her.
I promise I will do my best. If she is returned to the cycle, then we will pay our respects. And if she is not, then I will convince her that all will be well.
So with
And
that, oh sorry.
Sorry, we'll turn to the rest of the group. When would you like to head out?
When it's warm.
And he'll let out a hearty laugh.
I think
So
there
never-
is time.
Savvy's gonna look to Mercy. I know you did not sleep well last night. Do you feel well enough to travel, or do you require time, Mercy?
I can manage.
I'm not asking if you can manage. I'm asking if you can thrive.
Are you alright, Mercy?
I stayed up a little late the entire
And you stay
trying to
behind.
make-
Or I can carry you.
Or we can wait. I don't want to leave. I look dubiously over to Thune. I don't want to leave Savvy alone. I'm sorry, wrong one. I don't want to leave Mercy alone.
Well, I will
The
tell
glass
you,
falls
Robin.
out of his sleeve, hits the ground. Nothing comes out of it.
he collapses as his character model resets.
Nice.
I will say, Robin, every minute that passes is another minute that your friends
With the
closer to
dogs in the
death.
sled and with Torian, you'd be back within a few hours.
I'd rather push on and make sure that they're okay and then sleep afterwards.
Talk about this for a second. We said they're reptilian in nature, right? When we first got here, they were walking around for, I don't know, what, like, if we're being generous, like 4 minutes. And then they, and it wasn't even as cold as it is right now. And, they started, getting all slow and having trouble moving. I get that we might make it back with your help, but how are you gonna get a couple dozen of them back through this?
I'm quite strong.
No, explain. They were freezing to death within moments. Within an hour. Had there not been flame, they would have died. Question is not if we can carry them, or if they can physically move. The question is whether they will arrive alive.
Well, there are some species of reptiles that I've seen over my life that hibernate in the cold. They don't necessarily die, but go to sleep.
That's probably what they were doing when they were making the captain's quarters into a large nest.
So, on the off chance that this is one of those species, they'll be fine. And if it's not, then we'll use my wildfire spirit, and I will bring them safely.
Eat them.
I'll use fire, my magic, to keep them alive.
We
The
got
mountain will provide.
we got plans on plans. Let's go.
Okay. You all will have. You can take the bearskin rug. He's gonna have some other linens from the bed. You'll have another pelt, so you have 2 pelts with you. You'll have 3 sleds. You'll have 1 pair of skis if somebody wants to try to ski.
Nope, I wasn't volunteering for that. Sorry,
You
I
can-
raised my hand at the wrong point.
Yeah,
Totally.
Robin's gonna ski.
Totally.
Please draw
Totally.
that, someone. Robin skiing.
No,
being
I was
pulled.
gonna say I have two costumes from my entertainer skit. I'll pull out like I did a play. I did a play of You Can't Take It With You. And this is an outfit from that. And I did a different play, Mr. Winky's Murder Mystery Party. Here's an outfit from that. So we can put those on for extra layers.
The more the merrier. Put it on.
Robin, if you like, I could give you a piggyback ride on the way back.
I would love that. I mean, thank you. Yes, please. Thank you. And he walks up and he does the little thing toddlers do where he puts his arms up like he wants to be picked up.
You want uppies?
A piece, please.
And he will lift you up with one arm and just set you onto his shoulder.
Oh, so strong. Oh, thanks. Wow, it's really muscular up here.
Mopsy says everyone has to make a con save against going deaf as the Huskies realize it's time to go dog sledding.
Deal.
Apparently it gets super loud. But yes, oh, you're rolling. Okay.
You
Yeah.
told
I
us
was
to
told
roll.
to make a con save.
Yeah, okay, Mopsy said so. Nice, I rolled a 7. Mercy's good. Oh no, she's not. 15. Well, she's still good with the 15. No, guys, it's all so loud. You've never heard this before. And Soren can confirm that immediately you duck as if lightning just struck as these things start yipping. Torian, they're going to listen to you as you start preparing their sleds. And there's enough for each of you to get on the sleds and go. As they're jumping up and down and howling, says Mopsy. And off you guys go. Is there anything else you want to do before you go?
You
Oh,
didn't
versus-
already short rest to get your HP back.
Yep, that was a short rest.
Yep,
You can put your
I'm
clothes
gonna
back
do
on.
that.
I didn't get injured, so I'm okay.
Nice. Noise.
Oh, I was missing 3 HP, and I rolled a 2.
Someone's got to roll for Cam.
I already
Someone
did.
did.
Oh, good.
Dang it.
Yeah, Savvy's got him. Thanks, Savvy, for playing as Camille tonight.
Well, I'm not going to roleplay because I'm not going to even try to attempt that.
I
Not.
know. That southern accent, you don't want to take a hit?
I can do Southern accent just fine. That's not really a concern to me. It's more that I don't think I can confidently play Camille. He's too much of a good boy, and
Mm,
that's
just a good
Not
old
me.
boy.
just
Can
not
I-
me.
Can I interest you gentlemen in some horse divorce?
Oh, bless your little heart, says Soren.
Oh.
Okay,
Oh, 100% I could do Southern, just not that kind of Southern.
so off you guys go on sled towards the wreckage that is on the, what was this, the mountain,
The
The
Wretched
wretched
ass mounting
ass mountain.
the wretched ass,
The wretched ass mounting range.
the
Not
wretched ass
mountain.
mountain,
Mounting.
Mounting
Mounting.
range.
mounting
range.
range.
You're always in mounting range.
Oh look, Ham
Oh,
was
jeez.
here. Good job, Ham.
I
Thanks
don't
for,
recall.
thanks for
recall
tagging
doing that.
my map that I spent countless hours designing. Dang it,
I really
Ham.
have no recollection of this.
I thought you were a ranger. Tagging
Yeah.
the mountain like this.
Leave it better than you found it. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-oh. Okay. So, you all immediately start heading west. And how are you going, Torian? Are you're just driving one of the sleds?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
You'll
we'll
drive
say I've
away.
got Robin on my back, and we're
Okay. So I'm gonna need
just riding a sled.
2 of you to drive the other 2 sleds that are currently empty, but are big enough to carry a pile of lizard folk.
And hypothetically speaking, if we were to think about this from like a meta abstraction perspective, I mean, what would one intuit would be the skill most closely associated with driving a sled?
Animal handling. Yes, Mercy just took the words right out of my mouth.
And,
Mammal handling.
I'll say that Torian, or even probably Thun, knowing Thun, would have given really clear, solid instructions on how to drive those dog sleds.
Yeah.
So I would argue that they could do it with advantage.
I think
And
the dwarf
Torian
ranger
will have
should
also
try.
spoken to the dogs.
I feel like Camille would try to pilot one of the sleds because you know it's just like he did on the farm.
Yes. Agreed.
You know, they had sleds on the farm, right?
Yeah.
Probably.
No, they had
Mercy is
They had
going to
plows.
pass.
Which is basically a sled.
Mercy gets back in her burrito. Wake me up when we get there.
No. I made my burrito into a vest.
Nice.
So it's my insulation. So I got my coat on the outside, but
Yeah.
I got
I love that.
warm, keeping me warm inside.
While Torian is steering the sled, I'm steering him.
Oh my gosh, not this again.
I just like holding onto his shoulders, maybe.
Is this like a Ratatouille situation?
I mean, he's got
100%.
hair. Look at that hair. Look at those shoulders. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, just he's got the better hair you have, the more you're controlled.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It takes Camille about 2 hours to tie his hair back up. While you're waiting. Tell him I said that. Okay.
We have it recorded. We don't have to.
Yeah.
We don't have to tell him.
Take that, Camille. So
Got him.
got him. A 9 for Savvy or for Camille, and then who's driving the last one? Hamish?
Hypothetically,
I'll do it.
does Hamish have good animal handling being a ranger?
You know,
Nah.
what if I said maybe?
Then I would say that you're probably still better than Savvy. So, but if you want to have that contest, that could be fun.
You can roll advantage.
Okay, let's
They're
contest
literally
it.
equally good. Oh my god, on Pride alone, I have to try this now.
How am I better than an animal handling?
How 3 dice?
Okay.
Savvy's driving.
Savvy's like, let me show you how to do it. As Hamish keeps getting tangled up. The dogs are getting tangled up. One's sliding on his face.
This is just for science.
Yeah.
Also good. This is really good.
You know what? You know what?
Listen,
You pilot
Everyone's
Torian
playing the
so
game.
well.
This is like you climbing over rocks. Listen, it's a learning curve.
You know that's accurate.
You know?
Yeah. Eventually, I'm just gonna jump over the rocks because screw climbing.
Yeah.
It's just a technique. It's
Yeah.
just a technique,
Yeah.
guys.
It's purely technique.
you can hold on behind.
Anybody can learn how to do it.
You spoon Savvy as Savvy drives the sled.
He does not.
Can I sit in the front?
You sit in the
He
front.
can sit in the front.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have a seat, and it's beautiful. Camille
I
doesn't do
imagine
so
snow
hot.
was just constantly going in my face.
Camille ends up lagging behind. Torian, you're gonna have to make a couple loops to circle around and pick him up. It makes for slower going, and eventually, all of you get to the camp, and you're gonna see that the ship has essentially been covered by snow. You see that there are fires lit still, but they are dying, and there are no trace or sign of the lizard folk, as the whole ship itself is buried inside of that crater.
Lizard folk are dead.
Well, suppose so. We should head back.
We tried.
Oh, Tyler Durner, we'll miss you. I fall to the ground weeping.
Wait,
It's okay.
where did you last leave them?
Right here.
Is it possible they've gone onto the ship?
Yeah, they were in the ship, remember, guys? They're
Don't give-
probably
don't give
still
him
in
false
there.
hope.
They're dead. They're dead. Let's turn around.
Maybe they figured out how to fly the ship away, and that's why there's no ship here.
So you can obviously tell that it's snow. It's still the ship, just covered in snow.
Oh, mercy. I wish that were the case as I start to lead everyone away. Oh, no.
Torian.
what a
Torian's just gonna
tragedy.
pick you up by your collar and just set you back next to him.
Oh, thanks, bud. And I hug around your waist.
Torian, what you'll see
How
of the
tall
ship...
are you?
How tall am I?
That's a good question, actually.
8'3".
Oh my
Yeah, that-
god!
83.
Oh, yeah. Dude, you are like double my size. Sorry, I just
You're just not figuring that out. He's a tall fella. He's a
I'm
Goliath.
constantly looking at your butt.
Nice.
So long as I'm not looking forward at you.
Front butt.
We
It's
are.
a lot to take in, I understand.
Melissa, we're happy. You're gonna see that the ship itself has been buried, but sticking out of the back of the ship looks to be a windmill, and you can see the top of a cabin poking out of the snow. The crater itself has been filled, and there's no movement. What are y'all doing?
I start heading to where I vaguely remember the entrance to the captain's quarters are.
You're gonna find that there is a couple holes where air can come and go, and you also get a smell that comes from down below, and it smells a little bit like lake water. It just kind of smells fishy. But you also get kind of a whiff of warmth coming from down below. And you can tell that this is basically just a tunnel for oxygen that they're using to breathe.
Mercy stops and instantly starts looking for the skull.
The very large skull?
Yes, the very large skull that is glowing.
Okay, it is still in place.
I
The
go over
snow-
to the skull.
The snow itself has climbed all the way up to the top of the brain of the skull, or the top of the skull, and you see
Oh, good.
that just
I don't
the
have
top...
to climb the skull.
You don't have to climb the skull, but what you are going to do is you're going to see that only the top of the sphere is there, and it is glowing.
Cool. I touched the ball. I touched the ball.
Okay, make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. It's a saving throw. It's not at disadvantage.
A 4.
It was almost a 20!
Oh.
It was almost a 20!
Yeah, it still kind of looks like it's close to 20. No, you'll take 8 points of thunder damage as you go
That's fair.
flying off
That's
of this
fair.
thing. You touched the butt, and it touched you back.
Wee.
Yeah, we indeed.
What on earth was that?
Oh, don't worry about it.
Well, when
I
we
answered
No,
your
do-
question
do-
about
do-
the fire.
yeah,
You
yeah,
can
don't
answer my
worry
question
about
the orb.
We will be taking it with us, and I think I've just figured out how we will free it.
That's not very fair. When he said don't fret, and we fretted, he explained.
Mercy pops back out of the snow. I'm okay.
Ow.
You see?
Ow.
I would like to go and heal Mercy
Okay.
with a cure wounds.
Okay. The Goliath Torian comes up and does 9 points of healing to you, Mercy.
It's a magical ball that lets you speak every language.
Oh,
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Torian will attempt to say something in Primordial. Just to see if the orb actually works like they're
Thanks,
describing
Boop.
it.
Everyone drink for Boop.
Shots.
Not shots. Your water. I mean,
Dang it, took
Always
the wrong
one.
one.
Sure.
hydrate, not dihydrate. I saw that, Mercy.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You
So-
speak primordial, and Mercy, you understand the language.
What do you say to her in primordial?
Oh, all I say is, can you understand what I'm saying?
I say back in primordial. Yes.
Nice.
Okay, I gotta go speak to some lizards.
All right. Well, good luck. Probably don't touch that orb again for a bit.
Yeah, I think it needs time to recharge after so many uses, after it had gotten damaged and I fixed it. So not everyone poke it at once or it may lose all of its magic altogether. Okay, bye.
You
You
know,
go-
watching her go off. Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say Sam's gonna come up next to Tarian. But perhaps we could take it with us. It's in there really good, and she's just going to point to the top of the skull. We weren't able to free it. I think it's certainly not natural. Doesn't seem like the kind of thing that belongs in the forest. We could take it out with us if you'd like. We just can't free it. And as you saw, it can do quite a bit of damage. It'd be a shame if other things were to stumble upon it and find themselves similarly injured as Mercy was.
Don't fall
Give me some
for
time
it.
to think about that. You raise valid points, but allow me to speak with the mountain first.
I often do. And she
Mountain
walks
says,
away.
Hell no.
I'm just imagining like some random bird landing on it and exploding.
I know, right? It's like, it's gonna kill so many things. It's so disruptive to nature.
But
The
Just a
squirrel
bird.
goes over there and it's just smashing an acorn on it and then accidentally touches it.
Some elk has a transcended experience as it understands all the squirrels.
I did not think about that. Just covered in snow, guys.
It's
For
like
now.
like the
Yeah.
acorn from Ice Age.
Yeah. Fantasy Ice Age.
Yeah.
You
So
you walk up onto the ship and you dig a little bit and it forms an opening, and essentially you could slide down or you could just talk down. What does Mercy do when you're on top of the ship?
I don't want to spook them, especially if some of them are like on guard. I don't want to climb in and be attacked.
Yeah.
So she's gonna call out Waka Waka, which translates to it's Mercy.
It's like,
Is
"It's
everyone
Mercy,
all right?"
my guy? You gotta. That's what their language sounds like.
Sa, dude.
Mercy doesn't talk like that
Okay, fine.
and is not capable of talking like
That's
that.
fine.
So
That's
It's a
fine.
really bad accent.
I'm upset. I mean, they're gonna say, Mercy, is that you? No. Mercy, is that you? You're gonna hear, wait for it, Tyler Durden say, Righteous, I told you they'd come back. The Ola has returned. Welcome back, Mercy. Give me a minute. I'm just gonna get out of my way out of this hole.
No, you should probably stay in there until we figure out how we're going to transport you guys to the lodge that we found. It's much warmer there and not cold for your guys's. So I just wanted to let you know that we're back and we're figuring out how to get you from here to warmer place.
You all right? Yeah. What's another couple of minutes, right?
Is everyone all right? Is anyone injured or anyone doing really bad with the cold?
The cold sucks. It's not righteous. It's actually
It's not.
pretty not in the bad way. Anyway, get me the hell out of here, please.
But if I'm in here, how am I supposed to give you, like, a hug?
Oh my gosh. You're so right about that. Oh man, I wish I could use Soren's accent. It's so much funnier. I'm trying, Soren. I'm trying my hardest. Alright, well,
I'll keep you posted. We're still figuring it out. Also, there are dogs up here that are similar to the wolves that we saw yesterday, but they are our friends, so once you do see them, do not attack them, please. Thank you.
you're gonna be sharing the bones this time. Because the last time you didn't, and
We're not eating them. They are transporting us. They are our way of travel.
Ah, like surfboards. Except snowboards.
What's a surfboard?
It's a board that surfs on the waves.
Surfboard? It's a Beyonce song. Fantasy
Okay.
Beyonce.
Thank you, Fantasy
I'll be back.
Beyonce. Alright, we'll be
Okay.
here.
They are, in fact, alive.
Well, this is great.
Well, that's surprising.
I'm actually not surprised. Camille and everyone did a very good job of packing the snow in around the ship beforehand, making a seal. So very easy for all of that heat to stay within it with so many bodies in one spot.
The extra snow from the blizzard has clearly insulated it further. The mountain provides.
Hail Mountain. Also, nobody cast Thunderwave, so, nobody messed anything up. It was perfect.
Yeah, that would have been bad if somebody had
I
destroyed
cast
the boat.
Thunderwave.
We gotta get him out of there.
You know, I almost took that spell.
I'm glad you
We
did.
all cast Thunderwave.
No,
I feel like-
we retrieve them. We get them loaded onto the sleds, and we
then we got
move
shot.
out.
Okay. And
But they are
believe
endothermic and they don't actually generate heat just as we're going.
And mostly just,
Did you
we
just
move this shit right
technically
along.
me?
We move it along.
No,
Okay.
I didn't do that.
They're moving.
Okay. Actually, there's no encounter here. You do load them, and
We
you
did.
can pile them on the sleds. They're gonna kind of lay on top of each other, but they're lizard folk. It's totally fine. They're used to it. They were just doing that in there.
Yeah,
they wrap the
and-
eggs. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Can we use any of the blankets and stuff
Yeah.
that were in with them to
Sure. And the
keep
carpet.
them covered?
No
Yeah.
giant snowballs.
Right. And
no
then
mechanical bushes.
as you're sledding away, Mercy, you kind of look over your shoulder and can see, probably for the last time in a while maybe, this magical ship with its magical propellers and the fins underneath it. And not just a day
But
ago.
no orb, because we took it with us, right?
Not yet. Did you take the orb? And if so,
I propositioned.
yeah.
I told him I'd
Is-
confer with the mountain first.
Okay, so before we sled off, what do you guys? What is the mountain? What do you do?
Well,
I-
what does the
I
mountain
thi-
tell me to do?
Yeah, I was gonna say this sounds like a DM. Can I give the party what they want? And the answer should be yes.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
Give us the orb. Give
Okay.
us the orb.
Okay,
Do it.
I
Do it.
can't make this decision. It's just too hard. It's too hard.
I say we have the chat roll a d20 for us.
Oh.
This is how we got the ship. We're getting the orb too.
Okay. All right.
Everyone in chat, roll a d20 and we'll take the best one.
No, wait, no, wait,
Granted.
chat,
No,
wait.
it happened.
Super adventures.
The
no
first-
interference, no interference.
The first
Interference.
person in chat, just the first
Interference.
person. Chat,
The
if
first
you
10
can
people in
type
chat.
exclamation.
10 people in chat.
Oh, okay, look,
Oh,
it was Boop.
7.
Thanks,
But
Boop.
you're not considering modifiers. You're not considering modifiers.
Okay.
The modifiers are the number of sessions they have watched, which is 15.
Which is I was gonna say which is 15 for, so we're at a 22. I mean,
Also, forget your don't forget your negative modifier of having one of the writers in this session, which is
bullshit. I mean, what?
Oh, Bushkovich.
I think that's -2, so we're still at 20.
oh, you know what? Sorry, there's three
Okay.
three writers in this one.
No,
so.
look, I won't
Boop.
give you a plus 15.
Ah, dang it.
Because that's dragon
Boop.
level, but I'll give you advantage, Boop. I'll give you advantage.
Okay, so Boop, roll again. Let's go.
Let's go. A 14.
14?
It's a
With
14.
modifiers?
Better.
With
Is
modifiers?
14 is a 14 good enough? If it's
With
not Boop, I
modifiers?
still love you. I don't care anyway. But
Boop. It's nothing
But we
personal,
do
Boop,
it.
but
But he does
no,
care.
you can't take it. Because if you take it, it will break.
I wish many dead birds upon this mountain. This peak will be renamed Dead Bird
If-
Peak.
For every
No,
bird that
Boop,
dies,
don't
it's your
threaten
fault,
me
man.
with an unsafe.
There are gonna be
So-
so many dead birds. So
With that
many.
answer,
I wish it
Taurion's gonna
upon
look
it.
over at Davy.
Okay, wait, Boop just threatened us.
No.
Unsafe.
2 years from now, an occasional boom will sound from this side of the mountain.
To be honest with you, that's almost as good as having the orb for me.
Honestly, same. Granted, I was already thinking of how to make something to hold it so none of us got injured anymore. But, you know.
Use it as a ping pong ball.
Okay, so you all sled away, and as the snow falls behind you, it's not a matter of time before the trees cover your sight, and at least you know, Mercy and team, that on the mountain is magic that's buried. Another relic of a previous iteration that didn't belong here anyway, and yet it will sit there. And you know that every
Will
morning.
return once I build actual airship and fly back up to grab it.
Agreed. See, now that I love. Okay, so you guys make your way downtown, and back you are at the cabin as night rolls in. And as night rolls in, you are going to see Thun is going to be standing outside. What the heck? Thank you. And you're back, and the lizard folk cram in, and Thun's gonna say, "Oh, they're quite big." And you're gonna hear Tyler Durder is gonna say, "This is a righteous abode. Yeah, no, we can definitely relax here, right next to this cozy fire. And I see you've already brought the meat." As you can see, there's still remnants of the wolf that Thun has kind of prepared. Thun's gonna look at you all kind of confused because he doesn't understand Draconic. Waka waka is all he hears. But basically all the lizard folk kind of pile in. And you have them. They're alive. Well done.
I just realized we're going to lose the ability to talk to them in about an hour and a half.
No, there's the stone back there. You can just go back and touch it, and make your way back.
Just
What do you mean
feathers
you're
go-
gonna lose the ability to speak to them because of the stump?
Correct. It's
Yeah.
temporary.
If that's the case, you should probably let them know
Yes.
before we leave what the plan is.
All right, Tyler Durder. Here's what's going on.
Right.
I'm not. The stone gave us the ability to communicate, but we had to leave the stone because if we removed it, it would lose its magic anyway.
That's the parlay ball. Yeah, I follow.
So we are on a limited amount of time as to when we will continue to be able to communicate. There is a tunnel under this mountain where we're at. There's an underground path that can speed us along that won't have everyone in the cold and get us to a place of higher temperature faster so you all don't freeze to death.
Sure, right. Yeah. We'll follow, but I am feeling the warmth of this abode. How long can we wait before we follow you all?
They're asking how long before we start moving. They want to stay in the heat.
Thun's gonna say, Oi, I wouldn't be taking them into that cave until you're sure.
Sure of what? I'm confused.
That the coast is clear.
We sleep here, they sleep here. We clear the mountain, they follow after.
Okay. So you guys are going to be staying here for a little bit because we're going to go clear the path and make sure that there aren't any dangers in our way to get there. And then we'll be back and then we'll take you down the mountain.
He'll walk up to you. His tongue comes out and kind of licks his eye and he goes, We have a saying, Mercy. La ola is mia. The wave is mine. You have a plan.
Oh.
We're gonna ride your wave. And he's gonna turn and he's gonna go and he's gonna sit down and you're gonna see Thun is gonna look at you all. Make yourselves at home, I guess.
Done. I walk over and I open up the trapdoor.
Make a wisdom saving throw. Just kidding. What you're gonna find is it's just a locker. It's a freezer. It's got frozen food.
Oh, I desperately wanted to know. I wanted to know what was in here. I was wondering the whole time. I resisted this long, but then you gave me that open invitation. I had to know.
Yeah,
what
no,
was-
if you're hungry, I can make some stew. As a matter of fact, I have this stew that I've kept going for the last 2 weeks. 2 10-day.
No way!
Hey,
It's a
I'll eat-
10-day-old soup that never...
Camille's having flashbacks.
I'll eat it.
As Camille just stands up and goes, I'll start stirring it.
Camille.
I've never met a stew I couldn't conquer. Serve me up a bowl.
Okay. And you all are going to eat until you're pleasantly full. And you are going to sleep through the night
Oh, thank God.
and get all of your rest and regain everything that you regain as level 4 awesome.
Yes, I finally get to make another potion.
Nice.
D6, D6, D6.
Well, while we're hanging out, I pull out a single coin and go, anyone want to play dice?
Yes, Savvy, absolutely.
We flip the coin around. Not even asking questions. I'm like, Savvy, heads or tails? You got it right. Whoa! All right, Mercy, heads or tails? It's a great game, guys.
Thought
Is
we
it
were
your
playing
coin?
dice.
We are Mercy. That's the name of the game. I flip it. Mercy, heads or tails?
Heads.
Oh, Mercy, I'm so sorry. Maybe next time, bud. And I
Robin.
turn to the next person.
Have you ever played Teeth?
No.
It's a Goliath game that we played in my tribe when I was younger. We take turns hitting each other in the face to see who could knock the most teeth out. Would you like to play? I can heal you.
Sure, what the hell? Try anything twice.
Okay, if this is for real, who's going first?
I'll let Robin go first.
Robin, you have to make an unarmed strike. It's your strength modifier plus a d20, and you're going to be going up against his AC.
Okay. Yeah.
You have a strength modifier of a -2. Also, Mopsy says that knocking adult teeth out hurts. Like she has experience with that. Mopsy, have you had your teeth knocked out? Go ahead, Robin.
So I'm gonna start smack talking. I'm gonna say, oh, I did a little boxing in college.
I don't know what boxing is.
Oh, you'll learn as I'm ducking and weaving.
And
For this to be fair, I do need you to be on your knees, or I need to stand on a chair as I'm pulling over a chair.
yes, and Torian's actually going to sit down in front of you, cross-legged.
Oh, good. Thanks. Now I can actually. Let me just kind of line it up like a little couple practice swings. So prepare for a world of hurt, Buckaroo.
I'm ready, my friend.
You don't know what's coming at you. So
No, I don't.
So a couple of things happen.
Okay.
My smack talking is actually unsettling words, and it is very unsettling, and I throw some mean insults.
Wow. Well, he can cast back. I'm just saying, if you're going to be casting magic...
Mostly it's just for the disadvantage on attack roll.
Okay.
I'm okay if we forego the damage. I just tried to...
He's going to turn into a bear and punch you back.
He promised to heal me.
While this is happening, Mercy goes over to Hamish.
Okay.
You said I could enhance your bow.
Hey.
Cool.
It won't break it, right?
No, it will give you better accuracy.
Right. It's a beautiful bow. Because it's mine. And I think it's beautiful.
And you just see that, like, Mercy is, like, gotten a little corner for herself and is, making another potion. And now she is unstringing the bow correctly. And then begins to start, using her infuse item ability.
Ooh.
Which is enhanced weapon.
Okay, he gets a +1 to attack and damage rolls. Okay. That's awesome.
So,
And
At the
that
end
just
of
lasts
the-
forever?
unless I die,
All right.
Challenge
It is now protect the
accepted.
president.
Okay.
and then it'll stay active until the amount of months per my wisdom modifier. So
That's
it'll
cool.
continue to work after my death for 4 months.
Okay.
Wow.
That's 19 episodes. Okay, so as she is working on tinkering on your bow, Torian and Robin are punching each other in the face. Robin goes first, and then Robin, what did you roll? Or he rolled a wisdom save against it.
I was doing vicious mockery. Didn't work out. So
Okay, so
nothing happens.
now you gotta punch him.
Yeah.
And you hit him with an 8.
Yeah. So I do that. I like bend my wrist. Like, oh, it's been some time since I've done that. Oh, but I do have one final shenanigan
Of course.
that I'd like to try, if I may,
Yes.
before the next fist.
The one rule about teeth is there are no rules.
I would like to prepare a spell that, as the punch is coming, I cast command and I say gentle.
Wow, that is a lot of shenanigans. That is a lot of shenanigans. Okay, that's a wisdom save.
That is the wisdom save.
All right,
right.
thanks everybody.
Another
Let's
wisdom
drink
save.
wisdom saving throw. Thanks, Robin. I wasn't gonna give one, so I'm glad you are.
Well, damn. That seems like you got disadvantage on that. So,
For those of you who are just now tuning in, on this channel we have a rule that if there's a wisdom saving throw, everybody drinks, including you, our viewer.
So,
your disadvantage brings you to a 7.
now, here's what I'm gonna say to this.
I'm gonna pause you, Torian.
Yeah.
We're gonna cut to our halftime show, and when we come back, you are gonna get to take your turn. All right, good first half, everybody. The lizard folk are alive, and they're well, and they're in this cabin, and they're all watching
We
you
did it. Camille
punch each
doesn't
other.
have to regret anything.
Yeah, Camille. It worked. You guys are the good guys. If you're just now tuning in, thanks for the follows and thanks for the subscription, for the subs. We do take a 15-minute break, but during that time, while our players go and refill and use the restroom and take a quick break and get a snack, our awesome host, Soren Angel, hosts the Fireweed Inn and Tavern halftime show. This is the 15th one. And we're going to cut away to her. And I am going to be right back because now I get it, Mercy. I have to use the restroom so bad. And as soon as I cut, I'm going to sprint and see how fast I can make it to the bathroom and back. So, players, be back in 15 minutes.
I'm timing you.
Alrighty, hello everyone. We want to welcome you all back to the Fireweed Inn and Tavern. I'm your host Soren, and we have a guest co-host today. Everyone please welcome Junior Monk to the halftime crew. So this is our show within a show, and we appreciate you all joining us. Today we will be continuing our new interview segment, but before we do, we'd like to give a shout out to some talented artists. So as you may have already noticed, we have some beautiful artwork hanging in our tavern, courtesy of Pukwudgie and Soft Brambles. You will also notice the many legendary memes created by our amazing viewers like Aiko, Boop the Raccoon, and Mr. Mini Mopsy. If you are an artist and you create fan art or a legendary meme, we would love to see it. If you're visiting our gaming-related Discord, you may post your artwork in the community art channel and your top-tier memes in the Memes Are Us channel. And for those not using Discord, you can share your artwork by tagging us on Twitter and TikTok. For formatting purposes, landscape orientation is preferred, but it is not required. And if you do share your fabulous art, it may be featured in a future episode of Gaming Related. So, let's
I'm here.
see. Monk, you are back from your amazing trip.
I took a walk around town.
You took a walk, you took a run.
I did.
All right.
Hi, Soren. How are you?
Hello, I'm doing well. How are you?
I am great. I'm really happy with the way the first half went, and I love all the shenanigans.
Amazing. Me too. I mean, I'm always down for shenanigans, you know me. So, I'm going to go over a couple things really quick before we hop into this interview with Junior Monk. So, in the past, we've been answering some D&D related questions with our expert knowledge, of course, but today we're going to be continuing on our new series. For our halftime show in the coming weeks, I will be interviewing a lovely member of our cast and crew. And before we get started, a quick reminder to those hanging out with us for the halftime show. You are more than welcome to send in questions for our guests to answer using your channel points, but please be respectful and keep in mind that your question may be refunded if it goes against our community guidelines or if the guest does not feel comfortable answering your question. So today we have our amazing DM, Junior Monk. Welcome to the halftime show. How are you feeling?
I am actually kind of nervous. This is
You're kind of nervous?
a different format, but I'm excited.
Right? You're putting in the hot seat?
Yeah, I kind of do feel like I'm in the hot seat.
Don't worry. It's going to be great. It's going to be solid. You're going to do fantastic. All right. Are you ready? Ready for these questions?
I think so, yes.
All right. So just like before, we're going to start with a simple one first. What is your favorite food at the moment? It doesn't have to be of all time. This is just
Sure.
like in the moment.
Sure. So I am really into pho.
Oh, heck yeah.
And I just love that it's a gigantic bowl. It's like it's so much food and so
Oh, yeah.
much to drink. It warms the whole body, and you can watch anime, which is what me and Luna Bear are so into right now.
Heck yeah.
And as we're watching our anime, we're eating fun. It's just been my favorite. Now, I'm a big carnivore. I love like tacos and fajita meat. Shout out to Mercy.
Mhm.
But there's just something about eating pho where you kind of have to eat slower. It's a little bit more sophisticated, especially if you're trying to be quiet. So
Right.
yeah, I don't know. I'm into pho right now.
Hell yeah. You know, just like a nice like father-daughter bonding time, and you just kind of like, you eat your pho and you have like anime and you just chill. I bet it smells so good.
Yeah, I'm a big beef pho kind of guy, with lots of
Mhm.
citrus. So I had lemon squeezes into that,
Oh
or
my
lime
goodness.
squeezes, and some soy sauce, and yeah,
Mhm.
it's good. And
Oh, man.
it's got me on this kick as well, where I kind of want to make pho bowls.
Oop, I think you cut out. Your audio cut out.
Uh-oh, can you hear me?
Oh,
okay?
you're back. Okay. I can hear
Sorry.
you now.
I was just saying that it also has me in the studio because I have this kick where I want to make pho bowls.
Oh.
Oh, did I cut out again?
Yes, you did.
No, don't tell me there's going to be technical difficulties.
Uh-oh. Technical difficulties.
No, can you hear me okay?
I can.
Okay, I'm afraid of moving right now.
I know. So, speaking of things that smell delicious, what is a scent that brings back good memories from your childhood?
Oh man, that is...
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Mhm.
You know, the first thing that comes to my mind is boot polish.
Boot polish.
Yeah,
All right.
So I grew up in the military. My dad was in the army.
Mhm.
And with him being in the army, he was a military police officer. He always had to shine
Oh.
his boots.
Mhm.
And I just remember that smell. And when I get a whiff of boot polish, it will remind me of the time we lived in Germany, and
Mhm.
I was like 8 or 9 years old, and the countryside was beautiful, and we were riding bikes and skating, and I love living in that country, and that's what that reminds me of, is just my childhood.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's so wholesome. Like, oh my gosh. I hope to travel to Germany one day because I've heard like fantastic things about how beautiful it is and how you can just spend days in the same town and just like fully immerse yourself there, you know?
Yeah.
Take it all in.
I
Oh,
yeah, sorry, go ahead.
oh no, you go for it.
I think Germany, especially nowadays,
Mhm.
is a really beautiful country to go visit. They have great
Mhm.
culture, and they're a lot friendlier to Americans nowadays. And you can hop on a train and you can visit 5 other countries like within a couple days. So
Oh,
yeah,
I
it's
think you
cool.
cut out a little bit.
I think I'm cutting out in Discord, but not on the stream.
Not in the stream. Okay.
I think.
I hope so.
I hope so too, honestly. Sorry, guys.
It's all good. Let's see. Ooh. Okay. So, some of you may already know this, but Monk makes pottery. Okay,
Yeah, I do.
right? Like, what is your favorite clay piece that you've made this year?
Well, I made this piece. I don't know if you can see that.
Mm-hmm.
And if I take a big drink, you'll see what's underneath it. Take a look. I don't know if you saw it. Oh yeah, and the one that you're drinking from, I made that one too.
Mm-hmm.
I think right now, the pho bowls are my favorite, and also I cut out these little divots for chopsticks to kind of rest on top of.
Oh my gosh.
Um,
Amazing.
Come to find out, culturally, people where pho came from don't put chopsticks on top of their bowls. It's kind of
Oh,
it's not classy, if you will. I don't care. I like it.
That is so interesting.
Yeah.
hey, little tidbit. I love it.
Yeah.
We do have a question that came in from Puckwaji.
Oh, cool.
So, have the players thrown you any curveballs that significantly altered the track of the story so far?
Yes. Every episode, they have shenanigans that I have to adapt to. Here's what I love about Dungeons and Dragons. Dungeons and Dragons, every person at the table is a player, and that includes me as a DM. I get to play and have fun just as much as everyone else. So whenever me and the writers kind of gather together and we write, it's very loose of where we want the story to go, some of the big points we want to hit. But what ends up happening, what I call rendering, what ends up being rendered, a lot of times is not where we thought it would go. So a good example was Gaff and how he was treated, as well as his comrade. There was a whole story that we were going to follow. The reason why she was so quiet, and she was a drow, and I don't know why I can't think of her name right now, but that's because I put her behind my brain. But there was going to be a whole arc that we were going to follow with her, and it just turned out that she wasn't very cool, and neither was Gav, so we skipped it. So yeah, it was a curveball for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, you know, they just kind of tore Gaff apart. I mean, I also did, so I'm kind of part of that problem, but you know what?
It's okay. I thought it's been fun. It's been awesome.
It's been fun to roll with the punches and just kind of figure out where the story is going to go.
Yeah, and you know, when I first proposed this project to the cast and crew, the idea was going to be, you know, let's do this for a year. Let's see if it takes off. Let's see if people like it and have fun with it. And in my mind, we were going to get through the content very quickly. And Lightning Hikaru actually made a comment during one of our team meetings last week of like, hey, I get we're trying to get to the end game by 1 year mark, but this is D&D. Just slow down, have some fun. And it was kind of an aha moment of, you know, we have people that are following us, which is awesome. We have a few subscribers, and I love chat because it's interactive. So it's been really cool to kind of ad-lib and take the story wherever it goes.
Heck yeah. We did have a question come in from Toxin and another one from Ransomed Pig. So from Toxin, what has been the hardest aspect of this project?
So I am still very nervous. I have never played in front of a crowd, and I've never done that before. So one of the things that I'm trying to figure out is, how do you play a game and DM and host a stream and also interact with chat and with, you know, friends and followers. So one of the hardest aspects has been breaking that fourth wall. But it's been absolutely hilarious, and I love the shenanigans of, like, whenever chat interacts with the story, it's been awesome. But yeah, that's been one of the hardest aspects, is taking the sanctity of a D&D table, which is typically just for the players themselves, and opening that window to the world has been pretty difficult. But what hasn't been difficult is it hasn't been difficult logging in on Wednesday nights, doing all the graphics and the animations and stuff. Like, that has been super duper fun.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, good question. Thanks.
Yeah, the next one is from Ransomed Pig. What has been the most rewarding thing about this project so far for you?
Oh, man. Let me actually save that question. So if you go to our About page and you look at our About Us, like who we are, you're going to see something that it talks about inclusivity. It talks about storytelling. Even if one person happens to tune in, whether it's now or in a year or two, when they hear like, oh, have you ever heard of Gaming Related? A couple years ago, they did this D&D thing. Like, if one person sees that, one, they can play with friends, tell a story, and just make the most awesome relationships, then we've succeeded. So that's rewarding to me, is like someone who doesn't know how to play D&D, has never heard of it, hears about it through us and through this project. That's pretty freaking cool.
Heck yeah. Just having that like community and being able to inspire others to just, you know, start a game or try a new thing, and having that inclusive space, that safe space.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Let's see. We have another one from Giggles. All right.
Refund it.
So, nope. Oh, do you feel comfortable
No,
answering this question?
I love Giggles to death.
All right. Which player is your least favorite? Now you have to answer.
Which player is my least
Mhm.
favorite? Oh, shit. That.
Yep.
Is this thing on? Can you hear me? Are we breaking up a little bit? Okay. Let me preface this with, I love my players to death, but holy freaking shitballs, if default player can please stop breaking the fucking game by all of the shenanigans. There is no preparation one can do that will overcome default player shenanigans. And when he first pitched Robin to me, he's like, I'm gonna play this character who doesn't attack and doesn't really wield weapons. He's this old chubby guy with a mustache. And I'm like, okay. He's like, I'm kind of a buffer. I'll buff the team, and then I'll do a couple debuffs. And I'm like, okay. So yeah, like a dad. I love it. And then, like, I don't know if you remember or recall the fight against the Marrow, where he made one of the Marrow climb on the ship, walk to Mercy, and literally died giving her the pendant. I'm like, that's not part of the fight. So I hate Robin. I said it. I hate default player. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I mean, sorry, I didn't mean I hate him. He's my
the
least
truth
favorite.
comes
I'll never
out.
stop. I'll never stop.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? No, I think it's fun. I think it brings, like, we're only level 4, but it makes the fight super epic. And I love when they answer my puzzles, right? They solve the puzzle. He's just really good at it.
Heck yeah. So, we are running out of time. So I'm going to ask you one last question.
Okay.
What is one of the scariest things that you've ever done?
Oh man. Okay. Yeah, I have two. One from when I was a kid, and one from being an older dude. As a kid, I used to skate, inline skate professionally, rollerblade. It was super freaking cool. Like, if
Heck
Gaff, if we're this cool, he'd have rollerblades, right? Like, it's that kind of cool. But anyway, dropping in on a half pipe from the top. It's like 15 feet. You drop down, you come up on the other side. It's terrifying. It's like falling off a cliff with rollerblades.
Dang.
Now the scariest thing I've done as an adult, 20 years later, is my daughter, who at the time was 11 years old. I let her swim across a lake with no floaties, just swim. We swam together, and you get to the middle of the lake and you have maybe 300 or 400 meters left.
Mm-hmm.
That thought kicks in of, if she starts drowning, I'm not a lifeguard, I'm a chubby old guy, we're both gonna drown. And just kind of letting go and trusting that she was good at swimming. We had been swimming for the whole summer, and she made it look easy. So yeah, being a dad, that's freaking scary.
That's scary. You know what? That's totally valid. Like, oh man, that went a totally different direction than I thought. But you know what? I am pleasantly surprised with that answer.
Good. Can confirm, is scary. Yes, swimming in open water is scary.
Oh yeah, thalassophobia, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
It's like deep water or something like that?
Yeah, exactly.
So, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap things up because we are way over time.
Sorry about that.
No worries. This is, you told me I could go a little over time, so we're going. Let's see. All right. So thank you all for hanging out with us in the Fireweed Inn and Tavern. We want to take a moment to recognize those who popped in chat so far today and the followers gained so far in our 15th episode of Gaming Related. Now, please forgive me if I mispronounce your name. I'm going to try my best to get them right. So first up we have Boop the Raccoon, Mr. Mini Mopsy, Puckwudgie Mama Mungo 1, Traveling Aria, welcome back, Aiko, RX Dandum, and the cast and crew. And Ransom Pig, thank you for the sub, and Giggles, thank you for the gift sub to Zassaro.
Giggles just did it again.
Giggles just did it again. Oh my
Ariande.
goodness. Thank you, Giggles.
Giggles is the best. Giggles is my favorite.
Heck yeah. Giggles is the best.
How you like that, Robin?
Oh my god.
Just kidding, sorry.
Your hate.
Yeah, just throw it in Robin's face, huh?
It makes me stronger.
Oh.
Right to jail.
Right to jail, right away. Alright, so those of you returning, welcome back. And to those of you new to Gaming Related, welcome. We're happy to have you all here. Before we direct your attention back to Monk and the Lead cast, don't forget to check out our social media platforms on TikTok, YouTube, Discord, and Twitter for clips, announcements, and other fun content. Thank you all for joining Monk and I for our 15th intermission show. Thank you so much, Monk, for joining as co-host for today's show. Really appreciate it. So we hope to see you all next Wednesday at the same time. Without further ado, sit back, relax, and enjoy the second half of Gaming Related.
And we're back. Hey guys, I'm glad you took a break and we're not at the computer for the last 15 minutes. Well.
If it isn't my arch nemesis, the junior monk.
No ducks. Listen.
No, duck you.
Oh,
No,
dare
duck
you.
you, junior monk.
Listen, that wasn't part of the script. Whoever asked that question. Set me up.
Whoever asked that was a real asshole. I tell you what, that's just they were the worst. They were the worst. It was probably default, just looking for attention.
Yep. Definitely default possessing Giggles.
What? Slander, lies.
No, it's not slander. You weren't acting on your own free will. You were possessed by a malicious spirit.
I wasn't acting on what?
Your own free will.
I wasn't what?
Oh, stop it.
It wasn't what?
Huh?
Oh man.
Huh?
Okay, I'm done. I'm done.
Thank you. Okay, yeah. You hear that? You hear that?
No, hit
Savvy's
him.
done.
Hit him really hard.
Okay,
Hit him hard.
Torian. Your turn.
So
you just got
before-
cast like 19 spells against you.
Yeah, so here's the thing. Before I swing,
Uh
Oh no.
huh.
I want him to understand that it's okay. I'm gonna look him in the eyes and say, Robin, that was a phenomenal throw. Well done. And I'm just gonna like pull out one of my teeth and hand it to him.
Ooh. Wait. How?
I'm gonna grab it with my hand, and using my powerful build, I'm going to rip it out and hand it to him. And with that same powerful build, I am going to argue that I negate his disadvantage for the throw, since I count as one size larger.
But that's not how spells work.
He succeeded the spell though, so he doesn't have to he doesn't have it anyway.
No, he silvery barbed me.
No, the silvery barbs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I see. You're overcoming the silvery barb by
Yeah.
ripping. Ah.
Yeah.
That is a
badass.
baller move. To,
That's
rip
badass.
Okay.
out your own
You'll take
teeth.
3 points of tooth damage.
nice.
Everyone who's had a toothache knows what 3 points of tooth damage feels like.
Ow.
Yep. It sounds like
And
so.
Hey.
What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna wild shape one of my arms
Weird.
into a bear fist.
Yes.
You wild shape one arm? I've never heard of this. It's creepy.
Just
Freaking maul
arm.
him in the throat.
I'll allow it. Approved.
And
Monk, stay out of this.
we're gonna go ahead and swing.
Hello, Dark Raven TTV. Welcome back.
Heyo.
We'd
Hey.
love to have you. man.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
that's a really low throw.
It is. Guys, get serious. Get serious.
You want
This
me
is
to get serious? I'll
embarrassing.
do it again.
It's not your turn. Listen, you're off kilter. You have one
am.
giant bear arm and one not so giant Goliath
You're
arm.
right.
The solution is 2
You're
bear arms.
unbalanced, man.
That's right.
You're unbalanced.
I'm
I
in
did
balance.
Wait,
not
wait,
like that.
wait. The right way is 2 bear arms, so it's the right 2 bear arms.
2 bear arms,
But
yeah.
what's the left
Mhm.
way?
No arms.
All right, I'll do it.
My hands are off the wheel, guys. Go ahead. Do your own thing. I don't care.
All right, Robin, it's your turn.
I reach into my mouth and I go, "That was a good throw," and I minor illusion a tooth out of my
Nice.
mouth, and I hand it to him.
I take the illusion,
It's not
hold it in
real.
my hand.
It's fake. I'm sorry.
This is a good fake tooth.
I couldn't do it. You win. That was scary as hell.
Do you want to do it again?
No, I'm really nervous. Can I have a hug?
Of course.
I wouldn't
And
hug
then I'm
him.
gonna shift my other arm and give him a bear hug.
Oh,
That was the scariest thing I've ever done. He's just like holding him. Robin will weep. Robin will weep.
I'm just gonna caress his hair.
You're really
It's okay.
scary, but you give such good hugs.
I'm just like gently caressing his head. Just like,
My
shh, 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 shh.
Tyler
sweet
Gurner's gonna say,
boy. My
Gross.
sweet young lad.
what is
You
happening?
can't understand him. It's been too much time. We don't
Oh,
understand Tyler.
Waka waka. Waka waka.
He ripped his own tooth out and he handed it to me.
Oh, real quick, I want a stone endurance on that tooth. So I'm just gonna roll a d12 real quick, so I
Okay.
take no damage.
Okay. Okay. Nice.
Okay, I take 1 damage.
Okay. Nice.
Terrifying.
Anyone else want to do anything else as you sleep in this wonderful cabin?
Savvy, would you like to
No.
play teeth?
No, we're gonna wake up in the cavern, rolling initiative. That's my
Yes.
plan. I
Yes.
fucking go to sleep. Let's go.
All right.
To the cavern we go.
To the cavern you go.
We hand wave to the cavern.
All right.
I'm glad
The
you
lizards
guys...
will figure it out. The cave will figure it out. We're just at the cave. I said it, and it happens because it's D&D
Great. So we're waking up now
Yeah.
in the cavern.
with
Good
everything
initiative.
refreshed.
I no
Yeah.
longer have disadvantage. Hooray!
Yes, you
Yay.
slept so well, Mercy. And it's just a big old lizard pile. And it's just the best kind of pile, if you ask
Cold
me.
No,
Scanner.
I'm nowhere near the lizard pile.
There's
I'm
30
in the
of
lizard
them
pile.
in this very small abode.
Yeah, she's made herself a little corner, like bubble area,
Okay.
I'm
Like,
spooning Tyler Durder.
like
Nice.
shoved all of her stuff so,
So
that
far, 2
they
people
lean
have
against
spooned
that
Tyler.
instead of her. Like, no touch.
No touchy.
I'm
Okay.
just saying that 25 people have fit into a phone booth at the same time, so
Okay. Well,
I'm
there's-
sure
there's
that we can
dogs
fit
in
the lizards
here.
in a corner. It's fine.
Okay. So, you open the door and out into the cold you go, and you trudge down the path as you lead them the way, Tyrion.
No leeway.
And as you cross the bridge, on the other side, you're going to see where it kind of slopes around. And you will see the entrance to this cave. Now,
And you said it's blocked with ice?
not yet, no. But you will notice that it is a bit of a slide to get down into the hole. You're gonna find that there are bones scattered around the exit at the top of the slope, and those bones belong to creatures. They're not human or humanoid. And Torian, you can gather that, yeah, this absolutely is the den from the wolves that you are very fond of. And you just feel a cold coming from inside of the cave entrance.
So
Also,
he's gonna.
Mercy gives Hamish his bow. I forgot to say that at the cabin.
Hamish, you
Thank
have
you.
a bow. A bow.
It's beautiful.
It is.
So Darian's gonna just kind of shake off the cold because it's unnatural, and he's gonna turn around and look at the party and say, "Once we're in there, it's gonna be very dark."
I can see in the dark. We're good.
I've got my goggles.
I can
Wait, I
see
should
just
have
fine.
asked you yesterday if you needed goggles. I could have made you goggles. Damn,
I don't.
it's too late now.
need goggles. I should be fine.
I need your goggles, Mercy. I'll take a pair.
Okay.
Okay.
I have torches. He's gonna pull a torch out of his backpack.
Okay.
Oh, magic!
Practicality. Mountain provides.
The mountain does provide.
I harvested these from the mountain.
I took them off of that tree right there.
Wow, it's
Just
a torch tree.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mercy actually does still have the second pair because I think neither.
Camille needed them.
Oh, Camille did need them. That's right. That's right.
Okay. You guys.
Camille, say anything if you want us to leave you with the goggles. Nope, Camille doesn't want them.
Well, golly, guys, I just think that would be the swellest thing ever for us to have the goggles. So, golly gee willikers, it's just great.
Well, thanks so much for these goggles.
Clip
For,
that.
for a
Send it to
sure
him
do.
right
I
now.
5 seconds.
I
No,
sure
it's
do appreciate it, Mercy.
If I close my eyes, it's like Leon's here.
I can feel
Excuse
him in
me,
spirit.
I haven't been to a present because I've been painting a picture, and it's a beautiful portrait.
I love it. Yeah, so
It's
he
up a
says
mountain.
He says something. Yes.
And also Torian. It's Torian astride the mountain. That's the picture.
Okay.
Beautiful.
It's suggestive. Very suggestive.
It's like the cover of a romance novel.
100%. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Is it like a Lady of the French?
No. It's entitled The Mountain and I.
Ah,
Okay, so
I'd watch that.
this entry into the cave entrance is a slide. It's not one that you can walk down. It's one you're gonna have to either go down on your tummies or on your booties, unless you rig something to do
how
so.
tall is this tunnel?
The tunnel itself is about 30 feet tall
Okay.
to go, or 30 feet decline, and it's like a 60-degree angle to get down there.
How
Rope
far
of
down does it go?
climbing.
Rope of climbing will work, indubitably.
Mercy will tie it to one of the nearby trees.
You tie it to the torch tree, and then you have a rope. Now you can let yourselves down.
So we do that, and we enter the cave. I roll initiative. Let's go.
Dang it.
For the record, he did say it was a torch tree, so that's canon now. There's a tree that makes torches.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Also,
true.
I ignite the torch, and then I immediately cast Control Flame,
Okay.
and I'm going to use the effect to double the amount of bright light that is cast by the flame.
Ooh. Okay. That
Mercy
sounds
takes
cool.
off her goggles because everything is very bright now.
It is very bright. Okay, and then you guys descend. Now, as you guys descend down into this cave, you're gonna notice that the snow quickly turns to ice. And as it turns to ice, it is in fact very dark. Wait for it. Let me switch the map for you.
Yeah, battle music. I roll initiative.
All right. Now you are all on the
I fight the dark.
southwest corner of this map.
Yeah. Let's go.
And let me know if you all can see.
Yup.
It's still loading in, but yes.
Southwest corner. Now that white little blink, that little light, the little fairy light, that there be the fly on the wall for the audience to see.
That one.
That's the one. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay. Now, as you go down, Ham, you're going to see that there are these reflecting off of the light of the torch that Turian wields. It kind of reflects off of the walls, and the walls themselves look like they're rock and ice. The ground itself is packed snow. And for a moment you turn and you can see what looks like Robin getting ready to throw a snowball at you. And as you turn to him, you'll see Robin is just walking, and he's kind of has his hands out, and he's kind of duck walking so that he can keep himself from slipping. Just a trick of the light.
It's pretty slippery in here, guys. Watch your feet.
All right. We continue forth.
Okay. As you continue forth, you are going to see that these stalagmites are hanging from the ceiling and stalactites coming up from the ground. And then you're standing on ice. And as you circle the corner, you guys can move up, you're going to see there is a wall of ice in front of you. And these aren't cubed ice. These are essentially what look to be, it looks like flame-shaped ice pillars that go 9-10 feet up into the air, sealing off the way to go. And they're stacked so close to each other that they form some kind of wall that you can't get through.
Sammy goes forward and stabs her sword into the ice, and I cast Conjure Bonfire as many times as needed to melt the ice.
Okay. So as you go to stab your sword into the ice, you cast Bonfire, and the ice itself starts to melt. And as it melts, you're going to see it's going to crack and fall to the ground. And as it falls to the ground, with a heavy thud, and the ice just column splinters across the ice that you're standing on, I need all of you to make dexterity saving throws.
Oh, buckets. Oh, buckets.
Okay.
I
We
just
are
wanted
not
to. I
doing well.
All of
Just-
you are going to take 5 points. All of you except for Savvy are going to take 5 points of piercing or bludgeoning damage as these crystals hit the ground and just cause this tremor as these stalagmites from the ceiling start to break away and fall on top of you. Some of you dive onto the ground, and as you dive onto the ground, getting just shrapnel from the ceiling, you realize it's a very delicate ecosystem in here of falling stalagmites. And Ham, something as you are sliding across the ice, rolling onto your back, trying to sit up, and you're trying to stop. You see Syl has kind of dug her claws into the ice and is steadying herself. Something's coming at you. And as you turn, it's nothing. It's weird. You could have sworn that it was a white ball just out of the corner of the eye flying towards you, and then it's gone.
It sounds like this wall is going to take a little bit, so I'm going to kind of explore the cave around us just to make sure
Thanks.
that there's not anything weird going on in the cave.
Okay, when you say
Torian's
weird...
gonna.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Please let me look at the wall before you keep hitting it.
Yeah, maybe it would be better to kind of analyze a little bit before just rushing in.
I know that you and Camille have been sitting in one spot for too long and not fighting things, but can I look at your ice wall, please?
By all means.
Thank you.
And I will go with Hamish to investigate the rest of the cave as well, the entrance.
Okay.
Just
Mercy's gonna
to be
step up and
Make an Arcana
take out.
check.
Yeah.
As you start to explore, you're using some tools from your toolkit. And tell me what you roll. A 9. The only thing that strikes you odd about this is that these formations look like someone air or water bended this ice and then it froze. But the way that they're stacked together, it looks almost like they're tree stumps reaching up into the air. And there they are frozen, but nothing else of this seems
Okay.
weird. Some of them begin to melt, leaving basically room to get through them.
That was gonna be my next question. If there was a spot that looked weaker than the others, that would be a little easier for the bonfire to melt it.
Oh, the bonfire does its job. And before
okay.
long, you are free to slide through to the other side. Now, as you slide through to the other side, one thing that you'll note is that it is very slippery. So if you're moving slowly, you'll be just fine.
I'm moving slowly. I will. I'll be like, I think it looks like it's big enough to get through and slip our way through.
Camille and Savvy will be right there with you.
Okay, you guys slide on through. On the other side.
Did I see anything in my exploration of that entrance?
Oh, sorry. Make an investigation check.
Yeah, sure.
With advantage because I'm helping.
Yes, that's true.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's good. You're gonna notice a couple things. You'll notice that there is a rabbit that is currently frozen inside the wall. And how a rabbit got there and how it got pushed into the wall of ice, that's what's strange. But you find it just frozen in time inside one of these columns. You find traces of wolf hair, but you could tell that this was a wolf den at some point, but that's about it.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna continue on with the group.
Okay. As you guys inch your way forward, you are going to see that this opens up into a very large cavern. And as you continue to make your way through it, it is going to stop being ice and it's going to start being snow again. And you can see this thing is probably 400 feet across. The ceilings are about 65 feet tall. And then, Turian, you're going to feel it. This unnatural cold is going to sweep through as the temperature immediately drops as you've entered into this place. So much so that it is going to immediately cause frostbite on any exposed skin. So I need you all to make a Constitution saving throw.
I have resistance to cold damage
Okay, fair enough.
with the Mountain Born.
I feel
What is
like
up
I
with
should
these
have resistance.
nines? This is some bullshit.
Okay,
This is some bullshit.
so as the cold
That's
in
like-
this room starts to take hold of you, as you move further away from the bonfires, it is going to start to chill you to the bone. Those of you who rolled a 10 or less are going to take 2 points of frost damage. And immediately your body just starts to shiver. And then, Hamish, this time you don't see something per se. You almost feel like your hairs on the back of your neck start to tingle as the sound of a whooshing air comes rushing towards your head. And as you turn, again, you don't see anything.
All I just heard was sound of rushing air.
Yeah, something just whooshed right up to you.
Okay.
Okay.
With a passive perception of 15, would I also notice that?
If you're standing next to Hamish, yes, you would have also heard it.
Alright, I'm not close enough to him then.
Okay. Now, as you are in this cave, and you could see that there's some glowing light from different areas of the cave, for the most part, it's empty. Whatever was here is currently not. And you guys spend some time in this cave. Now, you'll notice that on the southeast corner of the cave, something's glowing gold off of the very dim light. And as Turian approaches with you, you'll actually notice that it reflects extremely brightly off of the torch. It's in the corner room, or corner of the cave. Do you guys continue?
Which corner?
The southeast corner.
Okay, so the farthest southeast.
Yeah.
I would like to inspect the gold reflection.
You actually find that it's in the rock itself. it's a vein. It's a gold vein. You see that there's not a lot of gold in it, but you see that it can be chiseled out, and essentially you imagine that this cave at one point had a lot of it, but you see remnants, just kind of stuck in the rock.
And I'll call out, just kind of musing. It seems the dwarves of Stodia Hall left some riches behind. Turn to walk away from it.
A symbolic metaphor of turning away from riches and civilization.
Gosh dang it, man. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna go up to the northwest corner of this place.
Okay,
Is there any other sounds besides us?
make a perception check.
There's an occasional whooshing.
What do you mean, whooshing? There shouldn't be anything in this cave. Aside from whatever's driving the predators out.
Sort of like that.
That was a very good
Roll 20
imitation.
is being a brat. Let me roll the perception, please.
Yes, do the thing.
Divided by 9. Wow.
Okay.
I think she did.
Wow.
You hear the footsteps of your crew as they're cracking the ice in the snow beneath as it crunches under their footsteps. You hear them talking and it echoes off of the glass walls. You don't hear anything else. Hamish, as you come up and around that corner, you are going to see that the cave opens up and you see that there are actual carts. You see that there are rails for those carts, and they kind of zigzag over the ice, and you'll notice that some of the rails are buried in the ice, and you can quickly tell that this cave wasn't covered in snow like this. The fact that it's underground and there's this much snow is very, very crazy. It's abnormal. And you see that they kind of go into a lot more detail to the northeast. And then you spot 2 glowing red eyes to the northwest, and they're flickering, but not moving.
Like flickering like they're blinking, or flickering like they're pulsing?
Flickering like they're pulsing.
Like a smoke detector, or like what? What would this flickering look like? Like the battery's dying on a smoke detector, and it's like, or just like a steady
Make an
pulse?
investigation check.
Yeah, I would like a full description of the flickering.
Like glowing.
Yeah, I rolled a 6. I
red-
don't see anything.
Like glowing red embers.
All right.
Yay! Welcome.
Yeah. When I see that, I'm going to turn to the group and say, two red eyes up ahead on the left side.
Put my night vision goggles on and I look in that direction. What do I see?
And I'm going to try to sneak forward right over here, if you'll allow it, Monk.
Yes, make a stealth check.
The torch should also be lighting up that area,
Yeah, it's a good point.
so you shouldn't need the night vision goggles.
Gosh dang it.
Okay.
I mosey up next to Savage and go, looks like you're up. With a little elbow, and I point towards the eyes.
Yeah.
Sick 'em.
Oh,
If it has eyes, we can kill it.
okay.
That's the saying. I have heard it said.
Hamish, as you start to sneak from stalactite to stalactite, all the way up towards these glowing red embers, to your left you see a shadowy silhouette peeking out from behind one of the cave walls. and a large snowball filled with chunks of ice hanging out of it. You double take as you only saw it for a moment, but it's gone. You aren't even sure what you actually saw because it just happened so fast. And with that, you stumble a couple steps, making loud heel strikes against the ice and snow. Everyone hears it.
Sorry. I also saw what could possibly be one of those snowball throwers.
Hamish, I don't know why you're trying to be quiet. You recognize that whatever's in here will have to die before we can pass anything through it.
You're right. I'm gonna shoot the thing with the red eyes.
Cool.
Okay. Yay! Thank you for subbing. We love you, Yang Yang. You complete us.
We attack the Red Eyes Black Dragon.
You attire the red-eyed black dragon. Okay, go ahead and make your first attack. And tell me what you rolled.
Roll 20 really said we're not rolling above a 10 tonight. God.
Are you serious?
That's okay.
Yeah.
A 5?
So our surprise round is botched and we roll initiative, right?
Okay. Wait.
I have been waiting for 3 hours. I want combat so goddamn badly.
Savvy wants blood.
No, Savvy's fine. Hey, Giggles, I need
wants
blood.
I want you to drink it, man.
You had a chance to play teeth.
What you're gonna notice,
That's not initiative.
the arrow sticks. And as it sticks, this thing doesn't move. As you approach closer to it, you realize that it is a monstrosity. It's got horns. It's got glowing embers for eyes. It is currently welded to the ground and not moving. And it is unlike any creature you've ever seen. It's made of ice and snow, but it's got the glowing ember eyes. But it doesn't move, and now there's an arrow sticking out of its head.
Is there anything making noise in the cavern? Is there anything around that I can attack?
Yeah,
Because to throw this out here, if we end this session without combat, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. So, where is something that I can start to murder?
Is there another snowball thrower? That's what I want to know, and that is a crazy looking creature.
There isn't another snowball thrower. This thing doesn't move. And you realize that it's not going to move. Whatever it is, it's inanimate right now. And
I'm stealing its eyes.
It's just there. You steal its eyes. They burn your hand. They're hot. Make an Arcana check, if you choose.
All right. Yes.
Okay.
Mercy will also make an Arcana. Never mind. I got a Hamish got a 20.
A 20 is awesome. Hamish, with your awesome magical intellect. This
Don't say
thing,
things. That just sets me up for failure.
I know. This thing is an ice golem. Someone created it, but it is currently not in use. It's done. It's broken. At one point, it may have protected these caves, but right now it's not doing anything, and it is welded to the ground with ice.
I'm going to keep that information to myself and just take the eyes and be like, well, I guess it wasn't alive, so shouldn't be any problem.
That's weird.
There's
It
nothing
looks
else.
alive.
Well, if you're concerned, I mean, I could just shoot it in the head. It's not moving. Still think that there's one of those snowball throwing pieces
I
of
would have
shite.
thrown one at
What?
you already.
What is this snowball thrower you keep referring to? The troll?
The troll.
I-
Yeah.
Aye.
Hmm.
I just
I
keep
don't
seeing
believe it.
snowballs everywhere.
I don't believe that a troll would be able to drive an entire pack of wolves out from this den?
Well,
Or would it
think,
have a desire to?
I think we should probably, I don't know how long you can stay warm, but I'm certainly getting a little cold, and I'd like to get back to that warm cabin, so maybe we press on, dive deep.
Mercy does notice the path past the thing that she doesn't know is a golem because someone's not sharing that
Yeah.
information.
Yeah.
I can't admit I know things.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
You know, Mercy, if I had to guess, this probably is an ice golem that somebody made some time ago to protect us, but for some reason it's dormant.
For sake of brevity, there's nothing else back there. As you finish exploring this rest of the cave, you're going to see that the railway actually leads into a hole in the wall, and you can either walk down the carts, the track. You can see that the carts move. They slide forward and backwards, although they're freezing cold. And you can see that they go downhill, deeper into this cave.
Who wants to go for a rail car ride? Seems like a ton of fun.
I'll go.
I'm down. It's a good pastime back in Sodia Hall. Why not?
And Torian will take a blanket out and lay it inside of the cart
Oh, smart.
from his back.
Okay,
Picnic.
who wants a rail
I-
car ride?
Mercy wants to look at the cart.
Okay,
I'm vibing.
Mercy's never seen a cart.
Mercy, check this out. It's called Practical Scientific Inquiry. We're
The
going
mountain provides.
to examine these carts by interacting with them at high velocities at a downward trajectory. Hop in.
okay. You notice a
How
cart
does
tilts.
it bring us back?
Oh, we'll figure that out on the other end. That's half the fun of Practical Scientific Inquiry. Cause and effect. Let's see what happens.
Mercy, you see that there are tools in the corner behind the carts. You see there's hammers and chisels. You see there's helmets, there's lanterns. There's some just different things that the miners used to use. There's a lever on the ground. It's currently in the off position, and you see that there's a couple carts there. They fit 2 to a person or 2 a cart. And you also see that there's a lever on the cart that lets them tilt sideways to load them full of ore and other materials that you can then lock into place upright if you want this thing to move. And right now, from your big brain, it just looks like gravity. Gravity is what makes them work.
How do they break?
There is a handbrake next to each cart. Also, you see that the carts can hook together if you want to link them so that they stay as a unit, or you can send them independently.
That's a good idea. Yeah, Mercy will do that. Mercy's gonna link them together.
Okay.
This way, if something happens, we don't get separated.
We all die
Like
together.
So if they work off of gravity, are you sharing that information with the party, Mercy?
Yeah. Oh no,
Okay.
she's word vomiting all of this.
Then Torian will help you link everything together and
Mhm.
just pull them
Okay.
very closely so you can latch it.
There.
Well, if we're all ready, I can push us and get us going.
I leap in. I do a flying swan dive.
Okay.
I'm in.
I need to know who's going in which carts. There's 3 of them, and they hold 2 to a person. I need marching orders.
I'd like to go in Torian's cart.
Dang
Yeah.
it.
I'll keep Robin in my cart.
It looks like Hamish and Kabeel have already decided their cart.
Yep.
I guess I will go with Savvy.
Okay, and then who's in the front
Got you.
cart?
Torian will recommend that maybe he be in the front in case things do get dicey. He can just hop out and push and stop everything.
Okay. So Dorian in the front with Robin behind him. Okay.
All right, fine. Back of the bus. I see how.
And
it
then
is.
who's in the second cart? In what order?
Looks like it's Mercy and then Savvy.
Okay. So Mercy and Savvy. Got it. And then in the back of the bus, Hamish, do you have the rear?
Yeah,
Camille in front
I'm
of
bringing
you?
up the rear.
Okay. Sill's gonna run beside you or behind you. Okay.
All right.
You link the carts, and you give them a push, and down you go.
Roll initiative. What? Heart fight. Let's go. I've watched
Okay.
Indiana Jones enough to know what's happening next.
It's actually like the Jurassic Park tour.
I'm totally good with that. I'm good with both versions. I'm good with raptors on Heelys. I'm good with Nazis
It's the Healy
that we're
Raptors.
killing on carts. Like, I'm
What
good with
about-
whatever.
Also,
Nazi Healy
let's-
Raptors.
Let's murder the Nazi Healy Raptors on our carts. Let's go.
Somebody
All
call
right,
it Fury.
let's do this.
Okay.
I'm
I
gonna
love
clip
this
that.
game, guys. Let me just say. Okay. So, you guys get on the cart, and Turian gives you a push, and with that push, you start to go downhill, and it is immediately darkness, and
Still have a torch.
your dark vision only goes so far, maybe 5-6 feet in front of you, because what you see beyond that is a frost curtain, and the temperature immediately drops another 15 degrees. You are below freezing at this point, and the bitter cold bites at your ears and at your eyes as you have your goggles on. It defends it, and you hear the loud screeching sounds of cart tearing through ice, and it completely jostles you. And as you come out of the next level below, I need you all to make another Constitution saving throw, as it is freaking cold down here.
There we go.
Mountainborn.
Okay. You guys rolled better this time. Savvy and Camille. So, Savvy, as you are in the cart, it catches you in the eyes and the chill goes down your spine. And you are going to suffer from 3 points of cold damage as you're acclimating to this next level. And what you hear next is what sounds like startled dogs. And they are going to come up to you, and they are on the sides of the carts. And you're going to see that there are more of these ice pillars. And as you have the torchlight and you zoom past one of these ice pillars, you're going to see that there is a full wolf that is frozen inside of the ice pillar. And then you look over and you see there's another ice pillar, and this one has a frozen fox, and another one has a frozen rabbit. And you see that there's hundreds of frozen animals stuck in every one of these pillars, and it is pitch black. And then these creatures that come up to attack, they're not dogs. They are another form of creature. And as they come up to bite, as you come careening past them, I do need you all to click on your token and roll initiative.
Let's go.
Wait, are we still on the track going while
Yep,
we're seeing
we're
all this?
moving.
You
Yeah.
are on the tracks, yes.
I clicked my token. This is a shenanigan. You sassy game. It's the 12. It's a 12.
I will click on your token and add you manually.
I already did the
Oh, you
thing. I
did.
just gotta change the number.
Okay.
Maybe, if it lets me.
I'll change it for you.
Number. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Is everyone in?
Yep.
Okay. So,
Oh, savvy.
as
It's okay. I haven't been wanting to murder things all session. It's fucking fine. Jesus Christ.
okay. Now, you should be able to see you're on the northeast side of the map. Can you see?
Yes.
Okay.
Still loading.
But our numbers are gone.
Okay. Then
We can re-roll.
I'll be your number guy. Don't worry. I have your numbers. So don't you fret, darling. Don't you fret. Okay.
Thanks, baby.
You got it. So, the first thing that's going to happen is this creature is going to run up to you, and as it runs up, Torian, it is going to leap up into the air, and it is going to claw with one hand and then claw with its other hand. The first one is going to hit with a 24, and the second one is going to hit with a 12.
The second one will not hit.
Okay, you're going to take 9 points of slashing damage as this thing comes down on the other side, and then another one is going to run up and do the same thing. And as this one does, it's going to hit with a 16.
Okay, AC is 16, so
Okay, that one hits, and the second one is going to hit with a 15.
no.
Okay, so the next attack coming from the other side is going to do 5 points of slashing damage. As you all haven't seen a creature like this before, except for Torian and Hamish, you realize that these are dire wolverines. They're giant wolverines. And there's a pack of them down here, and they are scurrying across. Now, the problem with this is that you
Wolverines
all
are
can only
insane.
see so far in front of you. Even with the torchlight, it is so dark in this place. The next ones are going to get into place, and that's going to be it for them. So Hamish, it is your turn, and you're moving so fast that you can barely see the terrain as it passes on each side. At regular intervals, you're going to see a shadowy figure watching you. It's too difficult to see any details because it passes so fast, but you manage to make out that it's wearing some sort of hat. And then you hear a sound, and it is the sound of skittering, the sound of slapping. Something moves quickly through the environment in the darkness, and it's like pat, 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 pat. It's now your turn.
Okay. All right. Unsettling, but all right. I'm gonna try and shoot this first one, and hope for the best.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, you shoot into the dark.
Bye-bye!
Bye, Hamish. As you shoot into the dark, I need you to roll damage on that.
I've lost at D&D.
I swear to God.
Are you gonna
If
hit
I
Robin?
get hit
No.
by an,
No.
if I
He's
get
gonna hit
friendly
Robin.
fired again,
He's gonna hit Robin. He's gonna hit Robin. He's gonna hit Robin.
What's the,
Oh,
What's
we've
the
escalated
damage?
from snowballs to arrows.
what's the damage, Hamish? What's the damage?
Dude, I'm sorry, man.
Woo! Okay.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage. I rolled a d4. Odds were Robin. Evens were the other guy, Torian.
Yeah.
And you are going to feel an arrow hit your left shoulder from behind, Robin, as you're going to take 8 points of piercing damage. It bites. It hurts. It hurts.
First he
Wolverines
left.
shoot arrows. Oh!
That's not possible.
They have technology. They're more advanced than we could possibly imagine. Turn back, Mercy. Mercy, turn this ship around. I want to.
I can't break it. I'm not in the back.
All three of you have
I'm
breaks,
just-
by the way. But it's going to be harder to break for all three, but you can. all
Torian, pull the brake! Torian, pull the brake! We gotta go home!
I'm sorry.
Okay. Anything else from you, Ham?
Um,
In self-pity.
not yet.
Okay. Anything from Syl?
Not yet.
Okay, she just stays. She just moves with you. Okay, Mercy, you're up.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna throw a. I'm a yeet a firebolt
Okay.
at the one right ahead of me.
Yeah.
Is there a way to look like roll history?
Go ahead.
I rolled a 14.
That 14 will hit.
Oh, good.
Okay, you'll do 7 fire. This thing's fur ignites as you throw the bottle, and it immediately crashes on its face. It is going to skitter off, yipping in pain. As it ignites the room, everything lights up, and you see that there are 3 more to the south that for a moment you could see them, and then they disappear again. And what I'm going to do here for the sake of helping everyone understand... There is a circle that is about this big, and that is your circle of vision.
Doesn't Torian have a hella bright torch?
Yeah, it's double the distance.
So it's like 40 feet or something like that?
Should be like 60
light?
feet right now.
It should be, but it's not.
How dare they?
Rude.
Something is not letting that torchlight do its job. Okay,
How
there you go.
rude.
Okay, anything else from you, Mercy?
It looks like when that flash came, it looks like there was where I saw the other 3. I could momentarily see this crossroad, correct?
You could, yes. And you'll see that there is a lever right underneath it, and that lever is going to allow you to, well, basically there's 2 levers, and it's coming at you quick.
She's going to point it out to the group.
Okay, you all see it for just a moment.
Yep.
You see the fork in the road. Okay, it's Camille's turn.
That'll be my turn. Yeah.
And so to clarify, do we have like any kind of semblance of gauge of what kind of rate of movement we have per turn at this point?
Yeah, as far as how fast the carts are moving, they are moving about 40 feet per round.
Okay. Camille is going to do Armor of Agathis.
Okay.
So while Mr. Bonecoat is in the cart, he's going to be accompanied by Mr. Bone Armor. There's a lot of boning going on in that back cart.
Yeah.
Hey-oh.
Thank
I'm here
you.
for it.
Thank you.
Mopsy, Puck, you're fucking welcome. So
Syl's just watching.
She's always been a fan.
Boney in the background.
yeah, ultimately, I don't think there's much point in doing much else at this point, but Bone Armor is going to go from Armor of Agathis.
Okay.
Pass.
Okay. Turian, you see in front of you that there is the 2 levers. You see that there are 2 more or 3 more Wolverines that for a moment glow and then disappear. And you're coming up quick on that. Are you doing anything with the levers?
Well. No.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Do we want to turn the lever?
It's a great question. I have no idea.
I'm
And
not sure yet. but it's good to notice in case we do need to turn the lever.
Mr. Monk,
Yes.
what would it take to grab one of the dire wolverines and shove its face down beneath the cart that is moving?
Hey-oh.
I would also like to know the answer to that question.
It will take a sleight of hand versus its acrobatics.
What about an athletics check?
Yeah, that's pretty athletic. I'll allow it. Which one are you trying to grab?
I'm gonna grab the one that bit me.
Okay, none of them bit you, but the one on the
Well,
right
clawed
slashed
at
you
me.
first.
Yeah, I'll do it to him.
Okay.
Hopefully it's good.
That is decent, but not good enough. It quickly snaps at your fingers and you're moving too fast. It's already making its way towards the rest of the group. You've passed it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to bonus action healing word myself.
Okay. I see what you did there, Soren. 6 heals. I'll take it. And your action was to try to grab it. Anything else?
No, other than calling out to the rest of the party in case they didn't see it that there are 3 more ahead of us.
Yeah. Okay. Robin, you just got pierced by an arrow in the back, and you see the dire wolverines on either side of your cart biting at Turian, and then you see everything that's been explained.
Oh, I feel woozy. Oh no. As I'm like, I'm reaching, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I've been stabbed by something. I can't see what it was. I've been stabbed in the back. Oh, I've been stabbed in the back, and it's painful. Oh, it hurts. It hurts physically and emotionally. But I'll push through. And I'm going to, without instructions, start to crawl on Torian. Because I'm gonna try and crawl and sit in his lap. Because I want to be in front of him for the next thing I'm about to do.
Okay.
I allow it.
He allows it. He scoots back. He opens his legs.
And I sit there and I go, thanks. And I give him a tap on the arm. And I hold out my hands and I wait. I'm gonna call out to one of the creatures that is near that fork in the road. I'll be like, you stupid stupid wolverines. It's like you don't even lift, because this is a Hugh Jackman reference. And I and I do unsettling words. So one of them, I don't particularly care which one, has a minus 6 to its next save.
Wow.
That might be important because
Okay.
I'm holding my action to when we get right up to it, when our cart is about to come next to it, I'm going to cast Thunder Wave on all 3 of them.
Nice.
Should I move for that? Away from that?
You
Well-
will be moved.
Yeah. you're gonna be
Emotionally,
moved.
spiritually,
Okay.
physically.
Got it. So
So I went and sat in your lap, so I moved in front of you.
what's the trigger
Crawling.
for your wave?
When our cart gets, because you said it moves 40 feet every round, right?
Yes.
So when our cart gets right to here, I'm gonna cast a 15-foot cube
Okay.
and get all 3 of them.
Okay. Deal. Savvy, your turn.
Sam's gonna draw her blade, and seeing the wolverines begin to hop up at the front cart, she's going to say to Mercy there, who sits in front of her, I don't know what they plan to do, but we'll make it through it regardless. Just stay down. I'll watch out for you. And she is going to ready Booming Blade. If anybody tries to attack her Mercy, then she's going to Booming Blade. That's my
Okay.
turn. Pass. Next round.
At the end of the round, without you guys moving or hitting any of the levers, you are going to move 40 feet in this direction, which means that right behind you is Mercy and Savvy and Camille and the rest of the group. Now, how fast does Syl run?
40 feet.
Okay, she can keep up. Okay, first comes the wave. And as the wave comes through, the DC 14 -6
One has.
on the save.
-6 to one of them.
Okay, so one of them failed, and the other one failed. And the last one also... Oh, no, the last one succeeded. Rolled a natural 14.
I only did 8 thunder damage. I casted a 2nd level.
Okay.
It's too bad.
Is it 8 or half?
8 or half, yeah. The 2 that failed get flung 10 feet away from us.
Okay. Okay. And as you see them go sliding backwards, they're going to hit the ice and they're going to go further than that. This one's going to crash into one of the columns, and as it crashes into the column, you're going to see that the column itself breaks, just bringing shrapnel and ice down onto the ground on top of it. And then...
I look over my shoulder. Was that you? That was incredible. Whoa. Was that the mountain?
That was you, Robin.
The mountain provides.
But
the mountain was in me? The mountain was in me the whole time.
Correct.
Oh. Hey, while you're back there, could you get that knife that has been lodged deep into my back?
Wow.
I assume it's a knife.
It is not.
Oh, no. Oh.
Okay.
That's my whole thing.
You went forward, and you're going to see that the cart is going to lunge, and it's going to start to curve, immediately throwing you off to one side. And you see that the wolves are going to regather. And then I need you all to make a perception check. Okay.
Yeah.
Mercy,
19.
Savvy, you are going to... Do you have advantage with perception for some reason, Torian, or just asking?
No, sorry, it's just asking.
Okay, just making sure. Okay, so Mercy and Savvy, you're gonna catch something. A glimpse. The Wolverine to the northwest, the one that got knocked back, is going to slide backwards on the ice. And as it slides backwards, a very large creature with reddish purple skin and what look to be frog legs is going to slide down from the wall, open its giant mouth, and is going to scoop up this creature. And as it grabs it, it is then going to turn and bolt into the darkness. And you'll see that that Wolverine is gone. And you guys fly past it.
I did that.
I did not.
Now, these Wolverines are going to get up, and they're going to move towards you all.
Oh, pause.
Okay.
Let me extol the virtues of Polearm Master and Sentinel.
Oh my gosh. Not Cam's not even here.
I am in spirit. I am in spirit. So
You might want to move that Wolverine one space back.
yeah, you need to move. You need to move this one. Yep, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Yeah.
does an 18 hit?
An 18 hits. Dang it, Camille.
Yes. So it's gonna take 12 slashing. Oh fuck yeah! That gives me what I needed. I needed that. Camille, thank you for your gift of my bloodlust. God damn, it was almost the end of the session without me murdering something. Here's what's the important part though. Its speed drops to 0, so it stops right there.
Oh wow. Okay. I'm gonna give it a little
But-
snail. Look at that little snail.
But a Wolverine, it has a 10-foot reach. I'm assuming. Does it? Does it
No,
not?
It doesn't.
Oh.
Darn.
Here's the thing,
But
though.
wait.
It's
but
on
wait,
ice.
the party is.
It's on ice.
But
Loophole.
But if we,
Loophole.
no, if we're talking about equal opposite reactions on a frictionless plane, it just got pushed the other way by a polearm.
No, it got skewered, is what happened.
If anything, it would go the direction of the slash. And so I feel like if we're being
There's just
truly
extra
accurate to the physics, it would go this direction.
And it does,
Anything.
and it crashes into that. And what you're gonna notice is that this thing is gonna crash as well. And as that one crashes, yet another frozen animal is gonna fall out of it. Now, that sucked. Can the other ones now please attack? Is that okay with you guys?
I guess.
Okay.
It's less ideal than I'd like.
Okay. So, Hamish, from behind, this one's going to lunge up, and the first attack is going to hit with a 13.
It will not.
You duck underneath the claw. The second one is going to hit with a 17.
It will, but can I get a Armor of Agathis recap for me on how that one works?
They have to make contact with Camille.
Didn't she put it on me?
No, he can
No,
only put it on
it's a
himself.
self.
It has to be self.
Sorry, I heard. You probably said Cam, and I heard Ham. That's my
That's
confusion.
probably where that is.
Okay.
Ignore me.
Yep, sorry.
It hits.
But
It's okay. It's always about him.
to let it be known, if there could be boning, there would be boning. But
Oh.
but
Okay.
I'm just saying the boning is mostly at this point in time a one-way exchange. But I mean, the cart doesn't have a whole lot of room, so in the glistening light of the torch, as the ice reflects almost like diamonds in the sky around us, almost a sparkle, a gleam in the eyes. It casts a glorious light upon this scene, and in the midst of the carnage, there is beauty, there is romance.
Okay. We are at the top of the round, and this is the perfect place to call it session
No.
15, everyone. You are clearing out this mountain. You're currently riding on a rail cart
What do you
going
mean?
fast.
What do you mean? What was
on
that
this crazy
thing?
train.
What was that?
It was something that was huge,
Crazy train.
and
Yeah.
which is bigger than large, and it just grabbed a free meal. It grabbed one of these Wolverines and ate it, thanks to you all, and then it scurried away, which is awesome.
Cool.
And with that,
cool.
we're gonna call it a session. Well done, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Let me start off by saying, Ransom Pig, namaste. Thank you so much, my guy, for not only helping write today's session, but also filling in for Camille. Camille, we miss you. We love you. We hope you're having the best time with your family. Enjoy it. When you watch the recap, nothing personal, if anything offended you. Thank you to everyone who has followed. Yanye, we missed you, and we're so glad that you came in towards the end. Safe travels wherever you are right now on the planet. And also, thanks for the sub. Yeah,
Thanks for having me, everyone.
of course. Also,
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed, but I'm bald. I did it for this session because I'm getting old. And I just wanted to call it out so we can record this moment. So, yeah, there's that.
Clip it.
Yep, clip. Look at this. Look at this. It's all gone.
Hey.
Straight edge razor.
Looking good.
Now, with
Wow.
that, I didn't hear what you said, but hopefully you said ew.
I said looking good.
Thanks. So, we're gonna cut. I think. Let me check. We're gonna raid another channel, right? Mods, yes,
Potentially.
potentially. Also, we always hang out in our Discord. Toxin, you want to talk about it? Yes. No? Okay, I'll talk about it.
Sorry, you cut out and I didn't
cut
hear
out.
any-
Yeah.
Will you talk about our Discord channel after party?
Who? Me?
Toxin.
Oh, yes. So after we have this stream and we hang out, we go to a different lobby in our Discord channel. We chat and we have a good time and we share jokes and clips and stuff. So if you haven't done so already, please join the Discord, because that is the funnest way to stay in contact with us and to hang out with us. And we do love anybody that shows up to that after party, we like to call it, and it's really, really awesome seeing everybody there. Puck's been there a couple times. Many they can attest that it's fun. So, and if they don't think it's fun, then they can attest to that too.
Yeah. Cool. Well, we will see you guys. Oh, I want to talk about a couple things. We are preparing to have other stream nights. There's 2 projects in the workings. The first one is we are going to have a Pokemon D&D, one shot. It's going to be run by Camille, aka Leon Le Leon, and he's going to have his own cast and crew to run that. We're going to do that on a different day than Wednesday. It's only going to last 1 or 2 sessions. And then on Saturday, we are going to host a map making day. So it's going to be gaming related, creating maps and art. It's also going to be a place where you can come and chill and ask questions and just hang out with us. But as we are wrapping up our 4th month, or getting toward the halfway point of our 4th month of this awesome channel, we're going to take advantage of the other days. So if you like what you've seen, or if you have any suggestions, please let us know, and we're happy to add those. So that's all I got. What else you guys got before we wrap?
If you have a Prime membership, this is our obligatory moment to say, if you want to give us money without spending any money, then you have a Prime membership. You can subscribe a Prime.
You can. You sure can.
And if you haven't followed us yet, do that so you can keep up with our Wednesday sessions.
Yeah.
Cool.
But on just a more personal note, I think it's really cool that we